Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boys Jack and Dave here, bringing you guys the watch along. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for picking us as your destination ahead of this one. Forgot to put on my flat cap, everybody. Nearly felt already very strange without it, heading into battle with the Seagulls
Coming to the
and
stream naked.
coming into the stream naked, exactly. But we're going to be battling some seagulls. Hopefully, we'll be fishing them in. Like I said, I think it was on the fan show. I think back in the day, sort of on the Seattle Pier, I used to throw chips sort of into kind of the off the pier basically, and they would sort of catch them in the air. It was sort of like a nice activity. But this time, I think I'm going to have a fishing hook sort of behind it, and then we're going to fish in these seagulls and bring them in for a nice seagull barbecue, Dave. And also, what Spurs fans want is to go on a nice run. You know, use this Brighton game as a good tester for see how Spurs can really cope and see if we're going to be actually serious about going on a run here this season. When it comes to the starting lineup that Postecoglou has gone with today here, everyone, we are going to be missing a certain Son Heung-min. Vicario, though, is in goal. Pedro Porro. Romero then keeps his captaincy since I think Sonny isn't actually going to be starting today. Van de Ven is going to be partnering him with Udogie as well. Sarr, Bentancur, and Madison. So that is my kind of ideal midfield that at least I asked for ahead of this game. And then we have Kulusevski, Richarlison, and Werner. I personally wanted to also see Kulusevski on that right wing as well, Dave, but it is a disappointment to see Sonny on the bench. And also, strangely enough, Lo Celso is actually missing kind of from the bench as well. Sonny is on the bench, but Lo Celso is missing. We have Son, Johnson, Basuma made the bench today, Højbjerg, Skip, Dragashin, Davies, Royale, and Forster. So kind of curious that Lo Celso is missing, but also for the most part, I'm happy with that midfield. I'm happy with Kulusevski on the right wing. Definitely need a big performance from him, but Sonny missing is a big one.
Look, first of all, I think it's very important to go on a run, and it has to start today, Jack, against Brighton. Get revenge, but also it kicks off the start of 3 home games, which if we can win all of them, the league by the end of this month should paint a different picture of where we are now, especially with teams coming into Europe. Teams hopefully drop a few points in and around this month. We can capitalise on that, so we have to win these 3 games. This is the time of the season now where you have to get a run of consistency. Forget about what's gone before. Now is the time to wipe the slate clean and go on that consistent run. The tail end of the season, it's so crucial to put back to back to back to wins together rather than what we've seen over the last 10, 13 sort of games. So hopefully that starts today. Going into the lineup, defence, expected that. Goalkeeper, expected that. Midfield, I'm glad that Bentancur is started. Hopefully it gives Basuma a point to prove coming off the bench. And I actually think he can affect the game coming off the bench today. He'll be fresh, he'll have a lot of energy, and hopefully, you know, I want to prove a point to Ange Postecoglou that he should be starting in this midfield. And at the end of the day, it's up to him to claim it back because he's the one that lost it with his poor performances before he went away to AFCON. So I'm delighted that Bentancur's starting, but it's also a massive opportunity for him to show to Ange, I want to nail down this spot. And it's good that we're actually having these discussions right now. You know, we haven't been able to have these discussions all season long. So it's good that we're at this point. But Bentancur, shit against City, took off at half-time against Brentford and took off after 65 minutes against Everton. It's clear that Ange isn't happy with him, so he needs to have a massive game today. As for Papa Sarr, I'm just going to let him do his thing. I think it's a disservice if I actually try to speak on what I need him to do because he's so good. When it comes to Maddison, I just feel like since he's come back from his injury, he's not grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck or commanding games the way he was before his injury. But look, it will take him time to get to that level, and hopefully we see that today. Going into the front line, Werner has to have a massive game today. Has to have a massive game today with Son on his tails. It's a big call by Postecoglou. You know, you sort of weigh it up. Did Postecoglou pick Werner on merit because he's produced the last couple of games when he's had the moments too? Or is Son carrying a knock and not quite right coming back from the Asian Cup?
Could be a
I
bit
guess
of both.
we'll probably know more after the game. But interesting. Werner has to have a good game today. Onto the right-hand side, Kulu as well has to have another massive game, Jacko. You know, he's benched last week. Postecoglou gave him the nod despite him giving away that lazy free kick. I want to see him repay. But when it comes to Kulu, I know a lot of people grate on him, but he's created 46 chances from open play this season, more than any other Premier League player. And that's probably why he starts on the right tonight ahead of anyone else. And then up front, I just want my moment of the weekend, what I live for right now, Jack. Prue, let's go.
Let's prove, but we've been proving a lot of recent, but let's start doing some more Wernering and more murdering on the dance floor tonight, hopefully. And it'd be nice to just see Werner be kind of yeah, just kind of sort of repay Postecoglou for this faith. I think it's a bit. I think you brought up a good point. I think it's perhaps a bit of both. Maybe Sonny isn't fully at his best. I kind of warned that in the pre-match build-up. Like we might be getting a 50% to a 75% Sonny tonight, which probably is still maybe our best option. No matter what, I think he's still probably better than the whole forward line in that regard when he's even at 75%. But still, he wants to not just maybe crush Werner's confidence or anything like that either, where Werner hasn't been the worst of the forward line of recent. So he's actually probably been, it's not a high bar, but maybe, in my opinion, been second best kind of recent. So he's going to maybe just keep his spot, and he's going to very much look for probably a quick Sonny substitution at some stage, I imagine.
No, look, I presume that will probably be the substitution, somewhere along the game. But what I will say to Werner, and I know this may come across a little harsh, he has to do more than what he's done in the last couple of games. That assist that went down against Man United, let's be brutally honest about it. He passed the ball on the edge of the box and Bentancur made that goal. He done that great assist against Brentford. But how often are we going to get him in them positions today where he's going to have that space in behind the back line to roll it across the box? He has to show something different. He has to show that he can cross that ball from the left-hand side if it's needed. He has to show that he can run at players and take them on. Because if not, he will lose his place to Son the following week. So he has to show a little bit more than what he has over the last couple of weeks. Now the pressure's on him. But it's a good thing, because hopefully it can elevate him to a new level, or hopefully he doesn't take it today, but he realises down the line, if I want to get in that starting lineup, I have to do things a little bit better, and you'll get a better impact from him then going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess we'll say hello to the chat here, everybody. Hopefully you're all keeping well. Thanks for, once again, picking us as your destination for this watch-along. Let's go into this one. Let's smash some Seagulls up. Let's get a nice run going here for this Spurs team. Let's try to get this top four, take it seriously with this performance here. Also, a bit of a revenge spot for us. But Terry Betts joined us first. Nice one, Terry. Come on, you Spurs. Ian Carter's in the house as well. Big up, Ian. We have Tekken saying, yes, let's go. And just preserving with Kulu. Let's hope he can get his form back. Timo Werner, it's time to burn them Seagulls. Storm time to burn. Brilliant dance tune. Love it. Tekken. Mark says, let's smash the chip-stealing Seagulls. I think we're just going to have the fishing lines behind the chips this time, Mark. We're going to be reeling them in. Andrew Bailey says, come on, you Flat Cap Army. Mixed feelings for me today with my cousin Billy playing for Brighton. Interesting. Billy Gilmore, your cousin?
Yeah, Billy Gilmore, yeah.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool, to be fair. So that must be a slight second team, I imagine, for you, Andrew. Or at least you just sort of root wherever Billy Gilmore's headed. He's a very fine player. He's very good on the ball, so that's pretty cool, actually. Roy Viken says, come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Roy. Colin Turner's in the house as well. And we have Liam joining us as well, saying big up, Dave. Big up to you, Liam. Ash P is joining us. I'm sick and miserable. I really need that win today. I'm sorry that your weekend is starting off that way, Ash. And it is kind of sort of that season, it seems like everybody's just coming down with something. So I hope it doesn't last too long for you. Paul Connor also says, afternoon all, come on you Spurs. Big T is in the house, says, come on you Spurs, 3 points tonight and a clean sheet would be so nice. Sick of us seeing conceding crap goals late. Should take advantage though of Joao Pedro being out. Haven't taken a look actually at Brighton's lineup, so I'll see what they're rocking with tonight. Is it Evan Ferguson or have they gone with Welbeck, Dave? Do you happen to know?
I'll have a look for you now, Jack. I'll just keep it moving. I'll come back to you.
King Hoddle in the house. Afternoon, Big Dave and Gentleman Jack. Ange has gone for my chosen 11, so I am content. Son will undoubtedly get minutes, come what may, and Basuma can impact off the bench if required. Come on, you Spurs. Good point on sort of Basuma, right, King Hoddle? If, like, Bentancur, let's say, just isn't at it, again, you look at sort of Højbjerg or Basuma. I think those are two fine options to think of guys that can come in and impact the game. Really can't get much better than that than sort of bench players, like, coming in to make an impact, right? Those are quality guys to look towards, where we didn't have that really as much previously. So good point there. And I imagine Sonny will get some minutes at some stage tonight. Ribsy85, let's go. Come on, you Spurs. We have, yeah.
Sorry, just quickly, Welbeck is leading the line for them today.
And what is it? Buonanotte sort of around him. Who do they go for?
Yeah, Buonanotte, Welbeck, and 1 second. So I'll read out the Brighton lineup for everybody. Just give me 1 second here. I have it here on my screen. So Steele starts and goes. Van Hecke, who I know Jack sort of likes a little, he starts at centre back alongside Lewis Dunk. Estupiñán at left back. Do not allow this guy to shoot if we learned any lessons from last week.
Sure.
Tyreek Lamptey on the right hand side. Probably to deal with Timo Werner, Pascal Gross, Gilmore, and Lallana in the midfield. We can definitely take advantage of that, especially with Lallana being in there, with Mitoma, Welbeck, and Buonanotte forming the front line.
Alrighty.
Evan Ferguson's on the bench, Fatty's on the bench, Veltman's on the bench, Marco Mattany, I wonder is he Irish? So yeah, they have a few game changers from the bench as well.
Okay, good to know. Kev Williams is in the house as well. Good to see you, Kevy Williams. We also have Martin Knightsbridge right next to him. Big up to you, Martin Knightsbridge. Oi, oi, two legends. Let's have it. Come on, Martin. Let's go on this run here, sir. Georgie Hill is joining us too. Big up to you, George Hill. The Tottenham Revenge Tour starts here, lads. Let's get ready to make some seagull burgers, steaks, or stew. Let's batter these idiots and send them back south. Crying. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Come on, you Black Up Army. Love it, George. Best comment. James Watson's in the house as well. Big up to you, James Watson. Big up, lads. Come on, you Spurs. We also have Shawnee Maddox join us game day. Let's go. Big up to you, Shawnee. DB is in the house as well, saying to Serbia, not at the game today. He's in Italy. Is he even, is he just not even, going
banned,
to,
isn't he?
is he not even going to the game? That'd be crazy.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he doesn't go. That's absolutely crazy. But I think he's is he suspended from the touchline? But big up, lad, Shawnee, and also big up Colin Turner as well.
Yeah, that'd be crazy there. We also have Dan Coy's in the house. Big up to you, Dan Coy's. Really appreciate you, sir. Watching from my seat today, guys. Have a great watch along. He's at the game. Big up to you, Dan. Appreciate you always putting in a comment as well, even when at the game. I hope you enjoy yourself. And if you run into a certain Dermatron, do say hello. If you run into also maybe Oliver, do say hello as well. Ollie Freeman, I believe, is out there too. We also have Dirty Don, Donovan Osterreicher, top of the morning winners. Big up to you, Donovan. Make sure I'm not missing any other members. We have Mark, one of the many members of the Mark Army. Kamikaze in the house as well. Big up to you. He's watching at 2 a.m. this morning. Dermatron's in the house. Send in a comment as well. Big up to you, Dermot. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you very much, Dermatron. Daniel Larson has been joining us as well. Big up to you, Daddy Larson. We have as well Scooter Reacts. Big up, Scooter Reacts. Morning, Dave and Jack. 4 a.m. Sunday morning kickoffs are tough, but need to be done right. I mean, you guys are absolute, crazy people for being able to.
It's light work for you, my man.
I feel like you guys are just got, I don't know what your eyelids or, maybe, I don't know how you guys sleep. Maybe you guys just sleep with your eyes open, sometimes. It's just impressive what you guys can pull off, constantly being able to wake up for these sort of games. I imagine it's a bit better, though, under Ange Ball. Dark Sun G says, come on, you Spurs. This lineup is great, plus great options for the subs. I mean, Dave, it's close, if Sonny were in the team, close to the ideal lineup and the ideal team, right?
Yeah, for me, what I think would be Tottenham's best 11 is I think you're just missing Sonny in there on that left-hand side. But Dark Sun G, why isn't Sonny playing today? Because as far as I was aware, he done training Thursday and he done training Friday. So I don't understand why he's not available today. And if I'm correct, is there not a game on in the Asian Cup today, which meant he would have been playing today if he went through to the next round? So it's sort of like, I don't understand why he's not playing. Let's not forget, I suppose, he had surgery just before pre-season. He was carrying up for a large part of the season. Maybe Ange Postecoglou just wants to give him that little bit of rest to make him, keep him sharp, not maybe risk injury, but also, give Werner and keep his confidence going. So, look, it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. But let me know why you think Son's not starting, Dark Sun G.
Yeah. Big up Dark Sun G. And I expected Sonny actually to start today. I didn't think he would be at his top form today, but I did expect him to start, and it was a big surprise to me. But we're going to see if we're going to be doing some Wernering on the dance floor tonight, Dark Sun G. And then he also, big up to Rob Ragnarsson as well. Good to see you in the house. And then Dark Sun G again saying, it's been a while since Sar started. That's the last game was against Bournemouth.
Yeah, it's been ages since he started. He only came off
the bench. He only came off
the bench against Everton, didn't he? So yeah. So it's been a long time, and he's one of the most crucial cogs in this system. Everyone talks about Bentancur, Basuma, Madison, and I get it because they're your flair players, right? They're the big names. But what this guy offers to this team is the unnoticed work, the dog work that all them creative players, I guarantee you, when they're in the dressing room, they're coming up applauding him, and they're very grateful for it. You know, he turns over the ball, not Bentancur, Basuma's or Madison's biggest strength. You know, he chases and harasses people, not their biggest strength. But also, I think he's technically a lot better than what people give him credit for. I think he streaks ahead of Sar or Skip, and I think he's also technically better than Hoiberg as well. You know, he doesn't get a lot of praise for some of his passing this season, but if you go back and look at some of his highlights, you'll see some great passes from Papa Matasar in there. So great to see the guy back, and hopefully him being included will knit everything together, because I do think teams have had a lot of joy down that right hand side.
True.
And I also think to a degree it's affected Porro wanting to get forward as much as he was doing, because he knows he doesn't have that cover there. So it's absolutely crucial that this guy is back, the unsung hero of the team. And just lastly, I forgot to mention on your last super chat, Dark Sun G, the bench, huge plus. Son coming off the bench, Basuma coming off the bench. You know, you could bring Johnson off the bench if you want to. You've got different options now. We're not looking at the bench going, what kid do you want to give the opportunity to? We've got real options now. I'd argue it still could be better, but that'll happen over the summer.
I love it. And for me, Dark Sunji, I think Sar's probably been our best midfielder this season, the most consistent. He's actually probably had the biggest impact when he's been missing compared to others. I mean, I think Madison has been a huge loss, but we've somehow been able to get it done in certain games without him. Whereas with Pop Matasar, the moment he's gone from this team, we just really do crumble sometimes in that midfield. And he's really just been just one of the first choice names on that team sheet for a reason. Big up to Colin, big up to Slim Boy Tubbs as well. Great job as always, lads. Feeling a 3-0 today. Colin Turner says it's been a while since we've had our best 11 available. Daniel Larson, beer and pizza cheat day today. I like it there, Daddy Larson. Adrian Chia, big up to you, sir. Greetings from the Basuma Third Kit Society. Come on, you Spurs. Big time. Big time. Basuma could, at some stage, I think, come into this game and make an impact. He could offer something similar to Bentancur. I think they like to, have that sort of turn. They sort of like to spin certain players, get like a move going with their really good ball carrying, and then they're able to usually pick out a nice pass. It's just that, I think having those two kind of competing with each other now for likely that number 6 position, I think is a good thing to have. I think those guys will really get the best out of each other, and I think Basuma will come into this game if Bentancur, let's say, doesn't have as impressive of a game again, or also just maybe relieve him of some of the defensive duties and some of the constant sort of ball work that's needed with being a number 6 in this team. It does get tiresome. So I think Basuma will definitely make his comeback today. And I think we all know, like Bentancur, they're both terrific players. So it's going to be a good battle between the two of them.
No, 100%, Jack. And hopefully when we do make that substitute in midfield today, we don't see such a drop-off in quality, maybe the way we have done over the last maybe 10 to 13 games since we've had our problems in there. But also, it makes a great discussion. It's better than having discussions about Winks, Hoiberg, Skip, Lo Celso, Ndombele, and people like that. We're now talking about 2 players that we know can produce on their day and how good they can be. And it's a sign of the times. Yeah. Now that everyone's back fit, let's use this to our advantage and let's bloody go.
Yeah, definitely. I absolutely agree with that. Ray Hill's in the house too. Good to see Warrior Without a Master as well. Stackademics joining us. Good to see you. Black Wolf is in here. Tony Buttigieg. Chris D as well. Daniel Harris. Big up, chaps. Team Harris checking in. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Daniel Harris. Lazy Eight's joining us. Big up to you, Lazy Eight, Nick. And he says, Sarboy looking confident of the win in that lineup pick. I actually really like that picture of Pop Matasar. He looks happy, looks thrilled to be playing for Spurs. And some of these guys, they probably get a little bit of that fake sort of kind of yell into the camera. But Pop, it looks like he's really giving it, to the cameraman. It looks like it's pretty enthusiastic there, Nick. And I know as well.
You get the memo.
He's not feeling too well of recent, Nick. So he's, I think he's like Ash as well, Dave. Where they sort of, it's that time of year, people are picking up colds or flus or whatever, here and there. So also, Nick, hopefully you're feeling a little bit better today, my man, because it sounds like he's also kind of gone into the weekend sick as well. Big up to you though, Nick.
Big up, Nick. Good to see you, my man. And hopefully you get better soon. Hopefully we can get that win for you today, my man. Come on. Let's absolutely take down them Seagulls. I'm pumped. I just want the game to start now.
I put also as well the game link in the chat for you there, Dave. The Alaskan
I
Hotspur
appreciate that.
says, big up, guys. Just before 6 a.m., about 50 degrees warmer here than last week at 10 degrees Fahrenheit. I imagine 10 degrees Fahrenheit's actually still quite warm sometimes for Alaska, I'd imagine. Because sometimes it can get to 10 degrees in New York. It can be that crazy over here. So, I mean, Alaska, I bet it does go up and down a lot. But most beautiful state for sure in this lovely country of ours. And big up to the Alaskan Hotspur. Definitely having to get up nice and early, 6 a.m. Jeez, my man. Definitely tough one. Definitely tough one. I don't miss the West Coast really at all when it comes to watching Spurs. Really don't miss it at all when it
Yeah.
comes to the game times. Paul Wiley's in the house too. Good to see you, Paul. Iceman is in here too. Good to see you, Iceman. Member for 6 months as a fan show member. Saying best Spurs show around. Keep up the great work, guys. Love the content. Makes game day even better. Come on, you Spurs. 3-1. Matters. The Big Rich with a brace. So Matters going to get on the score sheet. And Dave, Iceman, just like yourself, I think, leaning on a brace from the Big Richie again.
Yeah, do you know what? Interesting enough, I think Brighton was the only game he didn't score in on that on that run, right? Um, or Brighton, he didn't score, and then he sort of kicked off that run, Richarlison. So hopefully he can put that right today and bag one today. You know, I feel like he's going to bag a brace. He's on absolute fire. He knows that Son's coming back. You know, there's with some that gives you options around the forward area. You know, Werner can play down there, Son can play down there. So the pressure is on him today. Now, let's see if he can respond to that. He's responded to everything else that's been asked of him this season. Let's see if he responds to pressuring around him on his position on the squad. And I think he will. I think he'll score a brace today. I really do hope he does. His celebration just brings me joy every weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up, Icy Man. And Richie Brace would be very nice for my fantasy team as well. And I'd like to see you make a climb back so you and I can start engaging in a bit of the banter again, Iceman. As I said in one of the videos, I think you and I are getting a little too far apart for us to, I'm kind of now rooting for you. I'm rooting for you to now get closer back to me. And I have a real opportunity to climb into the top 5 once again. Patty Harnet's in the house. Good to see you, Patty Harnet. Hopefully you're keeping well. Afternoon, folks. Nothing but 3 points today. Up the effing Spurs. Big up to Patty. Hopefully you're keeping well, my man.
Let's go.
And we have as well.
You're going to have a hard job today catching up on the chat, Jack. There's nearly 500 people watching.
I know, it's crazy. I was going to say the chat nearly stalled on me for a second there. Big up to you, Dark Sun G. Maybe it's because at the 120 minutes matches, or he's saying, maybe it's because it's the 120 minutes and all the matches in a row.
Yeah, he played 120 minutes against Jordan, didn't he, or something like that. So maybe that's what to do with, maybe that's why he's sort of coming off the bench today. Plus, the games were actually in a sort of quick succession. But look, nonetheless, he's in a tunnel. He's hugging everyone. He's giving Romero a big kiss, giving him his blessings. Let's go.
Yeah, I was sort of saying that off camera to Dave before we were recording, kind of the same thing, that Sonny, he has probably played every single minute for you guys and pretty much has exhausted himself, and played his absolute heart out. So he's definitely just still trying to recover from it, I imagine. Lazy 8's were saying the same thing. I'm sure Sonny is tired. He looked tired in the semi, played 120 minutes the game before. Klinsmann's ball is exhausting. I think Sonny, or I think Dark Sun G would agree with you on that one. Nick, big up to you. Steve G has joined us. Big up to you, Stevie D. Looking forward to this one. I fancy a Timo goal. Dave, looks like Steve D is going to be giving you the blessing for a Werner celebration.
Do you know what? I love it. I just want to sing his song. It brings me joy. I was actually listening to it this morning, so hopefully that happens. I was also listening to a Mickey Van de Ven song, so if they score, you know why.
Big up to you, Stevie D. Hopefully you're keeping well today, my man. Really appreciate you.
Stevie.
Also, Ribsy85, member for 30 months. Absolute legend, Ribsy85. Thank you for your service, my man. Another month down. Let's pluck these flying rats. Come on, you Spurs. Let's bring them out of the sky. Let's take them out today. I actually, when I was meeting up with P-Dubs, everybody, and Ribsy, there was, in front of, I think, Penn Station, there was, like, for random reason, so many seagulls. And I think it was a bit of maybe a sign, that the Seagulls today are not going to be safe anywhere near Spurs fans, anywhere near any Spurs fans. The Seagulls better beware. Appreciate your support, though, for as long as you've been with us, Ribsy85. You're absolute legend. Been with us since, longer than I even probably have been a part of this channel. Big up to you, sir. Davey Shire, good to see you in the house as well. Davey Shire, he's saying, I see dead seagulls. Big up to you, Davey. Joff Totten's in the house too. K32, Killian Kenny, big up to you, Killian Kenny. Steve Frazier. We also have as well Trinidad, big up to you, Trinidad. Ginala's in the house too. Corey Boy, big up to you, Corey Boy. NJ123, Paro Miguel Escobardo, Yano71. So many in the house. Really do appreciate you all. About to get the game started and kicked off here. Really do appreciate you all. Really appreciate the support as well from so many of you.
Everybody, give us your score predictions below in the chat, please. Let us know how bad you think we're going to beat up Brighton today. Absolutely love it if we could put 4 or 5 by them today. So please, give me your score prediction in the chat. And also, let's get going. Let's get pumped. A few minutes out from kickoff. Please, if you are new, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. If you're not new and you haven't done it, stop being lazy and hit that subscribe button. We are going to get revenge today. We are going to kick off the start of an incredible run between now and the end of the season. Let's bloody go. They look pumped. Papa Matsar looks focused. Vicario looks focused. Kulu looks focused. He looks like he wants to make an impact. And Richarlison just chest pumping Vicario there. Things you casually love to see on match day.
And looks like already their goalkeeper has to wipe his eyes out because he's getting prepared for all the goals that might fly in tonight. Sean Maddox saying, he's been a member for 5 months. Big up to you, Shawnee Maddox. Thank you for your service, sir. He says, everyone, please do your neck exercises and stretch to prepare for our celebrations. 5-0 Spurs. It can be a celebration that could end up with a bit of a kink, in your neck the next day, Dave, or, you could pull a muscle of some kind. Like, he's not wrong, Sean Maddox.
He's not. Just quickly, there's the trumpet guy going, I love him. I love the trumpet guy. He's brilliant. But Shawnee Maddox, I mean, I envision, many Spurs fans heading to their doctors on Monday morning getting signed out of work because of whiplash, Because sometimes, with Richarlison's goals, they pop up when you really need them and you really give it sucks when he scores because of the moment he does it in. So, there's probably a lot of people reporting whiplash. It's coming around the Spurs fan base.
Yeah.
But look, we are underway.
There he is, the big Rich, getting us underway.
Onto the run bomb. Let's see if we can go at them early. Tottenham always start fast. 8 goals inside the first 15 minutes this season, more than any other Premier League team. Van de Ven, that's a beautiful ball down to left-hand side, onto Teeny Weeny. Speedo, good ball into Richie. Well held up, Richie tries to play it back. That should be a Spurs throw-in. Oh, we already need to get these savers. I'll try not to have a go at them. I really do, but they just can't do the simple things right. There we go. Oh no, Mickey Van de Ven loses out to Danny Scheitbeck. Here he is, running at Spurs. Oh, look at that pace by Bentancur.
Bentancur gets done.
Oh, it's a shot. Good save by
Vicario. What a save. Spurs nearly concede.
Van de Ven slipped there in possession. He got picked by Welbeck. Bentancur made great pace to try and get back. Put in a slide tackle. Welbeck just sort of dummied the ball back inside, had a strike, and it looked like it was bending into the far post. And a big outstretched hand from Vicario keeps Tottenham level inside the first minute.
Wow.
Didn't even think he could shoot like that, Welbeck. He must have got new boots.
I mean, he's a different player, really, with this Brighton team.
He's the moon boots of strikers. There we are. We've already got a player between Vicario and the Brighton player, which is good. We're learning lessons, but it's floated back in on top and it's cleared by Mickey Van de Ven. Free out.
Well done, Mickey.
Is that Richie that went down again to win that free kick?
Yeah, I'm not even sure what the foul was for, but it's good clearance.
I think Richie felt a touch and just went down. He does that in our box. He gets a touch and he goes down and tries to win.
He's going down more in our own box than he is in the other box. Big up Sue Smith as well. Big up to Derek Hutchinson.
Everyone asking where the game is. Unfortunately, in the UK and Ireland, it's not being shown. Imagine we subscribe to BT, Premier Sports, and Sky Sports, and you still can't get the game. Imagine that.
Richarlison.
Need to have a long, hard look at themselves. Just 3 p.m. blackout is nonsense. Who's that idiot? Who's that wannabe Klopp?
Yeah, he kind of does.
Poor man's Klopp.
Italian Klopp. Brighton playing out here. Good pressure from Bentancur.
Good ball by Madison. Porro wants it. The postman.
Getting picked again.
He's still battling though. He loses out in the end. We need to be more aggressive than these today.
Buonanotte, I think it is. I'm not sure. And they have Matoma back. Is that right?
Yeah, Matoma's on the left-hand side. Matoma's on the left, Bunanonte on the right, and Welbeck through the middle with Gross, Lana, and Gilmore in the middle. Well held up by Kulu. Referee! He's not giving us anything. Smash him, Kulu. There we go, Richie.
Brighton
Richie
with
on the
majority
press.
possession so far.
Oh, lucky Papa Matsar tried to nick in high up the field there. Same as Bentoncourt or Madison even. There we go. Mickey van der Ven picks it up. Onto Timo Werner. Go and create, kid. Cuts inside. That's beautiful. Dazzling footwork by Werner. Onto James Madison. Wins the corner kick. No way. Is he giving a goal kick? Oh my God. I
Alban
thought a
saying,
night test was supposed to be routine with a referee.
Alban with the super chat saying, plastics could never be a legend like Beetlejuice.
What's that about?
Not
I
really
know
sure. I think I know Beetlejuice, but plastic fans, maybe? I'm not sure. I like I like his profile pic though, to be fair. I like it, Alban. It's a hilarious profile pic.
Oh, it's great.
Appreciate
I think
the
it's to do
sport.
with the B-Tech Club.
Oh!
I think that's what that might be to do with the B-Tech Club. Madison. Porro. Back to Sarr. Pappy. Onto Bentoncourt. Doji, what's he doing on the right side? Get it back over, kid.
Sorry. In a
Ball
Richie.
into Richie. Oh, come on. I don't know who to blame there. Was the pass over hit or was Werner not expecting it?
Richie's hold-up play has been terrific in most of the games that we've seen, but, I mean, so far to start with, he's actually not been as sharp, I would say.
No. It'll come, though. Once we get one move, we'll absolutely just click into gear. Brighton with the throw-in. Ineos with a very good sponsor in there. They couldn't help themselves. Brighton just popping it around at the minute. Spurs find it hard to get any sort of decent spell of possession inside the first 5 minutes, which is worrying because it's usually when we start the best. Estupion.
Big up Tottenham teacher. Played in behind for Matoma here. Romero chasing him down. Well done by the round bomb. Well done.
It was that Porro that smashed it off Matoma falling as well. Brilliant. Double whammy.
Mickey van de Ven here. Madison dropping deep.
That's more like it.
Porro kind of taking that really inverted position. He's not even playing that far wide. So Sarr, I guess, is Spurs just actually setting up in sort of a different shape now in possession.
And Brighton going for something a little bit similar to the first leg. First leg, they pressed us really high. I think they're a bit more aware of the more quality we possess in this 11. They're not pressing us as high. Come on, Adoji. You can't be getting picked like that. You don't have all day.
Defenders have been getting picked. Yeah, in possession. Each of the defenders have so far.
Just can't get near Brighton at the minute. They're just passing us off the pitch. Well done, Kulu.
Kulu.
Don't foul. No way, ref. I mean, Estupian just done that to him 2 minutes ago. No free kick. He does that to Estupian straight away. Whistle to the mouth.
Ball behind for Matoma.
He's
well
off.
done. They're also going for a similar thing to Everton, where they, you're not getting it launched like down the middle, getting it more launched sort of like down the flanks, down the sides to catch some of us out. It's not a bad idea. Players like Matoma definitely do have a lot of pace.
I've been with the super chat saying that's actually a Doku meme from the Plastic Club.
Yeah, no, I definitely caught it. Big up, Alban. I like that he has it out for Man City tonight. I love it. Oh, I love it. He doesn't like it. What
did their game finish with Everton, Jacko?
2-0 last time I saw it. Well, like when it was going into stoppage time. Everton gave them a pretty good game. Doku, though, as well, got absolutely schooled by Pedro Porro, Alban, in one of our recent games, and it was definitely really funny to see them sort of get in a little scuffle, but it was also silly because kind of didn't need that at the time. We need to stay focused, but Pedro Porro definitely got the best at Doku on the other evening. Big up, man.
We need to wake up here in possession. The first 7 minutes have been really, really sloppy by Tottenham. They can't get any sort of grip of the ball, can't string 3-4 passes together right now. And then we're having trouble trying to win it back off Brighton as well.
Usar almost catching him
Get
out.
on him.
Win that.
How is
Come
he
on,
going to
lads.
slip
There you
and play
go.
out?
Bentancur. Sir! Well done, Madison.
He done well to win that free kick because the pass was over here.
No, it was probably not even the right pass.
Great shithousery from Madison. Stay down a bit longer, why not?
Yeah, it wasn't the right pass by Bentancur either.
No.
It took 4 guys to win that.
But this is what annoys me. The guy had time to be on the ball, slip, and get back up. You had 3 Spurs players around him. One of them put your fucking foot in. It's very central, though. It's hard to know what Madison's going to do here because it's a fair distance out. It's not one that you're going to get a good strike on goal with.
He's looking to do something clever.
Surely this would be a dinking behind for Timo Werner. Use his pace.
Madison.
Yep. Oh, it's a great ball. It's exactly what I said. Timo Vini.
Top of the box. Back to Madison. Timo on the outside.
Good ball to Madison.
Good idea. Good strength from Matters.
Well done. Corner
well done.
kick.
Sir!
Madison dragged him too far. Well done, Madison. Expert.
Give Gross a blue card.
Descent. You know what? That's one card that's missing out my referee kit, Jack. I'll have to order a refreshers one next year with the blue card. Well done, Madison. Taking him down by his shorts. Tottenham corner kick here, swinging in from the right-hand side. Or left-hand side, sorry.
Pedro Porro time.
In-swinger. It's a poor ball.
Straight into the keeper's arms.
Why are we whipping it towards back post when we've had so much joy putting it right in the mixer and attacking it?
Yeah, I think we do better in the middle. You're right.
Brighton, just another long ball in behind from Matoma. They're going to chase that all game long.
Great touch.
Well done, Porro. Great bloody defending.
No, Dogie.
What's he doing over there?
How's that a foul?
I feel sorry for that kid. He's just not allowed.
They hate him. Like, referees just hate Udogie. They just...
Must be a picture of him up on the... do you know when they all go from eating that every month? Must just be a picture of him.
Must be his face on the dartboard, really. Like, they must really hate the guy.
It's embarrassing.
He wins the ball cleanly there. Maybe fouls him afterwards, but I don't know. It's just... It is a real thing, though, this Udogie situation with referees. I mean, he has had some sloppy moments, but I mean, he's had some of the silliest yellow cards for no reason and things like that with refs. Free kick though for Brighton. It's a good ball in, but Romero clears it away.
Who's them Spurs fans coming down the steps after 10 minutes to take their seat? What? Why? I mean, I'm a loser. I'm in there half an hour before kickoff. At my seat. Watch Lewis Dunk here. Don't give a free header, please.
Matters playing the protector role.
That's it, Vicario. That's it.
Shove them both. Get them both out of there.
Brighton with... Oh, referee. We just get on with it. It's handbags at the end of the day. Book Welbeck.
Please, not another bent ref. I agree.
I'm sick of it. That's it for Vicario. Getting in front of Welbeck there.
They whip it in. Scary one.
Cleared by, I think, Idogia or Richarlison there at the back post. Great clearance, because if not,
another
they
ball
were
in. Woo! Scary again. We need to make better contact with these clearances.
Still not dealt with. Still in the crossing position.
Good block.
Well done. Who was that? Bentancur.
Kulusevski.
Well done, Kulu. Hold it. That's it. Look at
See Richie. There you go, man. There you go, Rich. Oh, Rich.
Oh, it's just a poor pass. You have 2 players there. You don't even find one of them.
Plays advantage, but Richie, come on, man. Like I said, he's had such great hold-up play in recent games, but today he's just not on it. Needs to be sharper, Richie.
Yeah, spot on. It's just an underhit pass, and he's 2 players running either side of him to continue that on. He's just got to move it on. It's good, great initial play by Kulu, great turn by Richarlison, and it's just a nowhere. Sarr stopped running as well, to be fair. Come on, Spurs. It's poor 12 opening minutes. Let's go.
Steve D's wondering why we chose Matters to protect Vicario. I guess it's just don't want to waste one of our bigger players on in doing it. Perhaps
Mm,
Steve D.
being being brutally honest, when I was growing up and we had these teams, it was usually the player that didn't affect set pieces or wasn't great at winning headers that you used them to
Do that, block the
protect your
run.
keeper.
Yeah.
Like Madison isn't a guy that's going to go out and charge and attack that ball.
Mm.
I think the whole idea is to keep the likes of Van de Ven,
Yeah.
Richie, Romero free to go and attack it.
Daniel Larson saying playing in slow motion again.
Yeah, it's a very concerning start. A very concerning start. We just haven't got going at all. Saying that, Brighton haven't created a whole lot outside that Welbeck chance, but they've just sort of dominated the possession.
They're creating chances when they're whipping the ball into the box, really.
Yeah. But they're drawing on the press and then they're just popping it out wide every time, whether it's to Matoma or Bonanante. Need someone just to get on the ball and get us just a bit of composure for a few minutes. Get us a foothold into this game. Oh, he's dived. He's absolutely dived. He should be yellow. What's that? Blue card, pink card, whatever it is. It's a Brighton free kick. They're going to look to whip this in, and it's another high line from Tottenham Hotspur. Jeez, it must only be about 10 yards from that ball. That high line. It's a horrible kit they're wearing. Good clearance.
Clear that. Well done, Poro.
Their away kit is absolutely disgusting. It's an eyesore. Pascal Gross with the throw-in. On to Welbeck. Well done, Adoji. Great defending.
There you go.
Van der
Lolo.
Ven. He's so sloppy.
Why is everybody getting stuck on the ball? Well done,
Even
Romero.
he's won the ball. He's won the
Penalty?
ball. He's given a penalty.
Fuck.
He's given a penalty against Mickey Van de Ven. I thought he won the ball there.
Fuck.
But that was coming. Mickey Van de Ven was slow to get the pass off to Bentancur. Bentancur lost it on the edge of the box. We just cannot get the ball from under our feet today. It's a bloody joke. And Brighton get another penalty. This is 3 in the last 2 games. We done all the hard part. Won the ball back off Welbeck. Adoji to Van de Ven. He's so slow at getting going. Bentancur, no awareness whatsoever. Gets dispossessed. Here's
Romero
the tackle.
gets it done.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
Just sticks it into the back of his heel.
He just throws out a blind foot behind him and doesn't really have... Yeah. Come on, Big Vic. Free on Bentancur outside the box now. It's just a reckless foot from Van de Ven.
Yeah.
Oh, you always have to do things the hard way. Come on, Vicario. Come on, Big Vic.
Big up Leighton Evelyn. Yeah, we haven't even had a shot on target yet either.
We haven't even been able to string 2 bloody passes together. Every time the ball goes to someone in our player, it looks like they're stuck in bloody quickstand. Who's this? Pascal Gross stepping up, missed 2 of his last 5 penalties. Come on, Vic. He sends Vic the wrong way, and it's 1-0 to Brighton. If I have to see these celebrate against us one more fucking time.
Just a bad start from us. Really bad start from us.
We really do shoot ourselves in the foot every single time. And you know what? It's just because we can't keep possession. What we're so good at is getting at teams in the first 15 minutes, playing them off the park, camping them back in their own half. We cannot do that with Brighton. They're just passing their way out every single time. And then when we get the ball, we're giving it away and allowing them just to come straight back at us. We're about as useful as a tits on a nun right now. It's a bloody joke.
Just can't play out through the back, like you said, whereas Brighton can at the moment. Brighton are having no problem playing out from the back and playing out through our press, where we can't string 2 passes together, like you said.
But you know what's frustrating me? Their press isn't even anywhere near as relentless as it was in the first game.
Yeah.
Like it's there, but it's not as intense as it was in the first game. And with better quality out there, players that you all say technically efficient, they just got to be doing better. Come on, Spurs. Good thing is we've another 80 minutes to try and claw back.
Gotta wake up.
Big time. Oh, here we go. We're going to start this long ball crap again that we don't do. We don't play that way. Ange looks absolutely pissed. Well done, Bentacore. Well done, Matters. Get the head up.
Picking up a harder
It's
pass.
just another shit ball by Madison. How many times is he giving it away?
Everybody's giving it away. Just no one can string passes together. Come
Well
on,
done,
lads.
Kulu. Sar. Here we go. Let's build something here now. Romero. Give it into Doji. Too late. Van de Ven.
Matters.
Madison. Oh my Lord!
He's getting picked off here.
How many more times, Madison? Stop looking for protection off the referee and protect your bloody self. Here we go. Good ball by Sar.
Off.
Pedro, he's on. Into Richie. You've got Madison on the outside. Good ball. Madison
Well done,
pulls it back.
Sir.
Here we go. That's a penalty on Madison, surely. Richie.
Kulu, why passing straight away?
I want VAR to look at that. Is that a late challenge on Madison after he passed the ball? Werner gets dispossessed. Madison should have shot or put it across the box there.
I think Kulu also could have thought about a shot as well.
It's better, though. It's better. At least we're stringing a few passes together. Papa Matsar.
Adrian Chia with two super chats from earlier saying Vic finally getting some protection like Durex from earlier, and then that was right after we conceded, and then that was right as we conceded, the penalty, and then he says curse of the ill-timed super chat. Yeah, Adrian, I must say, like, it happens more often with you than it does with anybody else. Sorry about that.
Did he not put one in when Kulu gave away the penalty at the other game?
Yeah. Adrian, no worries, my man. Appreciate your support, though, but I'm sorry that in any way you're feeling a bit cursed at this stage. Maybe you might actually get us a goal the next time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully it turns
Big
around.
Up, Adrian.
Big up, Adrian. That's funny you noticed that.
I mean,
they're just playing through us, like you said. They're just playing through us, and we can't at the moment.
Doji. Everyone's just standing still, and they're reacting to everything so late. They don't even have their manager on the sideline. Great touch by Matoma there. That was beautiful to pull that down. Runs at Pedro Porro. Passes it backwards.
They also just have the pitch so spread as well. Like our press is so tight and congested at times.
But every time they drop someone into a deep position and there's no one there, like, again, who's there reading it? Like, it's just every
outplaying us again. Just simply outplaying us again, Brighton.
So reactionary. They're dropping in to receive the ball, and we wait for the ball to land at their feet before we even go, oh, shit, there it is. Like, just be on it. Be more alert. Be awake. Ready to go.
Yeah. Al Ben saying Brighton came out like it's a World Cup final. Oh, in behind for Rich.
Richie.
Oh, no! Straight in.
No,
why you hitting it first time, man? Why you hitting it first time?
Oh, that was a big chance for Rich. He had to score that. One-on-one bearing down the goalkeeper. Onside. Great ball by Madison. I think the keeper read him. I think he knew what he was trying to do there, trying to bend it around him. He's got to do better there, though.
That's what Tyler says. Very predictable from Richie. I agree.
Oh, my Lord.
There you go, Matt. There you go, Mickey. Come on. Out wide to Timo. Take him on, Timo.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on, Werner.
Sloppy start from pretty much the whole forward line.
Well done. Don't you dare. Don't. Not even allowed to make challenges.
And then Alban saying Brighton have come out. Yeah. I think they just outplayed us so far. Alban.
Oh, it's becoming increasingly frustrating, this game.
And just hits it straight into him.
It's just so predictable. He knew that Richie wanted to bend it on the right foot. He should have tried to go around them, maybe. Don't start losing your head now, Spurs. That's just stupid by Romero. Lana's down like he's been bloody shot. Get up. Clown. Look at him. Oh, he's checking his chest to see if he's still bloody breathing. Holy shit. Send him to Mayday fucking hospital. Now we're going to have a 20-minute stoppage. Sponsored by bloody Cadbury's.
I don't even see. They're like cutting it out.
Lana
Like
slipped.
I can't even tell what happened. They're like cutting it out.
Lana slipped and Romero fell on top of him.
Are they looking for a blue card? Like what's going on?
I mean, that's just... I just can't get over that. I can't get over that. The blue card. What a joke.
They're saying possible red or something?
Huh?
Are they saying possible red?
I can't be. Hoiberg's haircut looks a bit
Yeah.
suspect.
It is a bit odd. It's gone for that old Mudrick.
I can't be a red card. He slipped and Romero fell on top of him. He needs to stop crying. Get off the pitch, you moron! See, the referees don't need blue cards. They just need to show more authority. Tell him, Lana, stop running his little stupid mouth and deal with him. Get him off the pitch so we can proceed.
Yeah, they seem happy. No violent conduct is what I'm hearing.
Thank God for that. Last thing you want to do is go down 10 men today. Don't give them an out ball. Werner's standing there in no man's land. He doesn't even know who to bloody press.
Yeah, they're offside. There you go.
Block.
Come
Here
on.
we go. Use him, Richie. Good ball.
Matters.
You got to run her outside you, Madison. No.
Oh.
Potentially wrong option there. I think he should have used Werner on the overlap.
I mean, if he's going to bury it, you'd say, class. But once again, I do think that was the wrong choice kind of by Matters there. I agree.
He's just got to hold it and use Werner on the overlap. He's one-on-one then. Madison, wrong option. Tries to bend it. Unlucky. Close.
Welsh Gal is asking if you have a blue card in your kit, Dave.
No, Welsh Gal. I'll have to order a new one off Amazon.
Sir!
When they update it. Big up, Welsh Gal. How are you keeping? How are you? How's Wales treating you? Now, look, Alan Milan's joking around laughing. Now, nothing wrong with him. Book him. Being a dick.
Tyler saying, Lalana, quit crying because your career flopped.
Yeah. And now we have to wait for the referee to pull out the foam spray so we can get on with a bloody free kick. What's this idiot's name? Boot or something like that.
Going for a similar free kick, I guess. This time to Kulu. It's not even on. It's not a great free kick either.
No. We're just so shit this first 26 minutes.
Once again, you'd say, though, with Madison, right? Like you brought up at one stage in maybe the pre-match build-up, like Madison not really taking a hold of the game like he used to in sort of the first 10 games of the season.
He's not.
He's been sloppy,
you know what,
sort of like the rest of the players, basically.
Mm.
I couldn't say... He's sort of been kind of very similar to the rest of the players in their performance so far. Just a bit sloppy at times.
It's, he keeps losing the ball, which is very frustrating. But saying that, he was the one that slid Richie through for that one-on-one chance, It's like... But I just want to see him be more commanding of games. He's just not picking up the game by the scruff of the neck the way he used to be, He still has to get up to speed with it as well, though. Here we go, Madison again. Good ball to Werner this time.
Inudogi, Richie.
Tries to get out to Kulu.
Couldn't get out of his feet.
Doji probably should have tried to shoot there. Romero. Back to Vicario. Now that's it. Let's keep it relentless. We've got them pinned back. Let's go at them again. Like a pinball machine. Let's go. Madison again. Or Benticore. Why are we trying to draw them out? Just go bloody at them. You're 1-0 down. If I see him pump this long, good ball out to Van de Ven. Someone show. Well done. Hey! Puts the Brighton player on his bloody hole. Let's go. Madison, where is that to? Where's that Porro? Bentancur.
Shit.
Man on.
Shit. Well done, Benta.
I don't even blame Vicario there. He was looking for that. He knew the man was on him. Brighton with the overlap here. It's Matoma. What a
Great
save by
again from Vicario.
Again. We're creating our own problems. Brighton's chances have all come off the back of us being caught in possession. Nearly went 2-0 down there. Vicario, Bentancur knew there's a player on. That's just so poor. Take him off at half-time. He's been absolutely anonymous. Absolutely anonymous. He hasn't done anything to show Ange that he deserves the minutes now. Matoma on the overlap. Gets the shot off. It's a great save by Vicario.
That's a ridiculous save. Really great, quick reaction.
That's twice Bentancur's got picked and it's nearly led to both goals. It led to the penalty and nearly there. He needs to wake up. You wouldn't be surprised to see him being hauled off at half-time.
Good header from Richarlison. Wins it there.
Well done, Destiny. Don't you dare, ref. That's brilliant play. Well done. Into Sarr.
Thank you.
Good ball by Sarr onto Kulu.
Well done, Kulu. See, Rich.
Play him. Holy
my Lord.
shit, Kulu. Are you blind? He's true. He's onside. Play him. Oh, my God. Another shit pass into Bentancur. Does well, though.
Play it.
Yes. That's a great.
Get there.
Ball.
Pedro. Whips it in.
Corner kick. It's a bloody great ball by Sarr. I tell you, Bentancur needs to wake bloody up. Kulu as well. How's he not playing Richarlison there, Jack?
I mean, it did look like he was clean through, at least in that camera angle. Not comfortable with the right foot, or Richie didn't say anything. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Tottenham with the corner kick. It's an outswinger to back post, and no one's there yet again. We can't even take a corner kick today. Doji. Papamatasar. Play it. Two players there. Two Spurs players there, and we find a Brighton player. How's that even possible? Well done, Doji. Papamatasar. Well, does well. No way. No way. Get on with the game. Romero with a beautiful switch of play. Can Madison keep it in?
Well done.
Does well there.
Timo.
Very well.
Oh.
Fuck off, officials. I'm sick of them slowing this game down. When are they going to spark into life? Well, first of all, he's won the ball there. So if they even think about giving him a red card, it's exactly what they gave Romero a red card for. It's a joke.
There you go, Rom. Nice.
Ball
into Richie.
Well held.
Well done.
Well done.
Sarr.
Sarr.
Gets blocked. Gets
Good
picked
idea,
off,
though.
but we need these passes to go through, though.
I need to take Sturman and tell him to take off that Richarlison jersey. Oh, my Lord. How many more Brighton players are going to go down? This is football. This is a contact sport. They're going down every single opportunity they get. It's boring me now. Now Lewis Dunk is going down. Now he looks like he's been shot. I'm sorry, I thought they were supposed to put an end to this players going down willy-nilly and sending them off to the sideline and not allowing them back on for 30 seconds. I thought that was the new rule. Now they just want to hammer home the replay of the goal.
Ribsy85 saying endless time wasting from Brighton.
I know, honestly, it's like, what, Lewis Dunk, what, he's probably going to get the sign-off from the hospital now, the all clear to get back on the pitch. The referee was supposed to put a stop to this by telling him to go to the sideline. He's asked Dunk twice, and he's still on the football pitch. Pull out your yellow card, you dummy. That'll make him go. It's the only way you put a stop to this. For the same, you don't need a blue card. Just pull out your yellow card. Jesus Christ. It's unbelievable. From the first half. Not even. It's 33 minutes. Only 33 minutes in. 4 players have gone down. Well done, Pornair. Well done, Sar. There we go.
Here you go.
Good ball. Run.
Matters.
Run, Richie. Madison. Good ball to Kulu. Kulu, you've got Werner on dance floor. Cuts inside.
Fuck. I think Richie didn't
Is
need
it
to
a
run
red?
him behind there. Late. That's a yellow as well.
He's been shit as well. He can come off at half-time too. Oh, yeah. Applauding the referee. Books him straight away. First opportunity, yellow card.
Yeah. He's very late on the challenge.
Oh, Lord. It's just, Jack, what's it going to take for these guys to wake up out here right now?
I just don't get it, man. Like, is it because they don't
They're
play
capitulating
frequently
before
enough?
early.
Is it... I don't get it. Maybe we don't play frequently enough that we just aren't in this mode, but you'd think then that you'd have a bit more nervous energy about us, but I'm not even seeing that. We're just getting played out the park.
I don't even know where to start to fix it, though. You know, everyone's so poor on the ball.
Everybody's so sloppy. And decision-making as well. It's just the execution. It's just been all wrong.
Yeah, completely.
No one can execute a simple pass. People are making the wrong runs.
Everything's overhit, underhit. It's just, I don't. You could take off anyone, to be brutally honest.
Timo. To Richie! Oh!
That's a penalty. He's to come through the arse of him after he's hit the ball. Good idea by Werner. Good ball. Hit it early as well. Great ball. More of them. More of them from Timo. Come on, Tottenham. Get the press on for the last. Work hard for the last 10 minutes. Let's see what joy we can bring. Just the ball, the bounce of the ball won't go our way either. Come on. Come on, Spurs. We're better than this. Much better. People saying same was first half against Brentford, Jacko.
I just think it's similar to the first game against Brighton. It's just they haven't haven't played destroyed us nearly as much as they did in that game, but similar in just how much they're playing through us.
We haven't even laid a glove on them. Get the ball back quick. Well done, Werner. Let's go. Come on, this is the chance. We're going to create one here. Come on. Got to manifest these things. Right now, you're seeing the 12 stages of a football fan. The emotions we're going through. He looks very shaky on the ball today, Van de Ven. Madison went over here. Control. If I'm Postecoglou, I'll make changes again at half-time. I do.
Everybody's been sloppy.
I get Sonny on and I get Basuma on straight away at half-time. Bedicor can come off, and then one of the forward players
Well
can
done.
come off, one of the wingers. Richie,
play him.
Wait,
There you go.
Kulu,
Kulu! Sir,
penalty.
penalty! How is Kulu falling down? How's he falling down?
It's another good chance by Tottenham. He's falling down as he hit it.
It's the right
As he
pass by
slipped there, as
Richie.
was he tackled?
Is it a VAR check?
VAR looking at this. I think VAR looking at this. Or is he having a go? Madison, you're already on the yellow. Kulu's asking the question. The donkey
Kulu was
smiling at me,
tripping.
saying he was caught.
He never goes down, Kulu.
Great play by Richie.
I mean, that
Ah,
he's nudging him.
I don't think there's enough in it, though. I would argue it's a penalty. It's put him off his balance, but I don't think there's enough in that.
If he flopped, it'd be a penalty, but he doesn't really flop. He just sort of fell over.
Yeah, it needs to make more of a go at the dive. Doji. Come on, let's get this back before halftime. Put the game in the melting pot. Madison.
Matters.
Here we go. Doji.
Timo. It's too late.
Don't let him out.
Well,
Do not let him out.
Well done, Pedro.
Well done.
Richie.
Well done, Sarah and Richie.
It's just too congested in there.
We need to. It's very congested in the middle. That's why we need to make more of our wide options. That's what Brighton are doing. Well, you know, when they were having their joy in this half, they were used to making use of the space out wide. We're not doing that. Here we go. Can we get the press on Nicky here? Let's go. Full tense.
There you
Well
go.
done. Papa,
Play Rich.
Into Richie, let it beat you.
That's too.
it's
Richie,
just
you're
cool.
never going to have that much time. What are you doing,
Turner
man?
has to scream at him, though, to dummy that and let that come all the way across. He's free as a bird.
Yeah, that as well. Could
He's
have
gotta
easily
scream
dummied
at
it.
him. Oh, well done, Bentancur. Well done, Sar. Pedro Porro tries a long one over the top. Just over hit. Richie's never getting on that. 5 minutes left. Come on, Spurs. Start to pick it up a little the last 3-4 minutes. People, when it gets close to half-time, put your talking points in the chat for us to discuss.
Come on,
Here we go,
Rich.
Richie.
Oh, it
Richie.
gets blocked.
Gets the shot off, it's blocked. Papa Matasar, is that Sarah or Doji fuming with him? Looking for a pass. I don't think the
Yeah,
pass
I
was
think
on
two of them were
personally.
open there. Two of them were open, but I guess he sort of has it. Is it Romero? I think it's Romero.
Maybe the pass was on. Striker's always going to take the shot there, though. Madison
Just
onto
had his head
Papa
down.
Matasar. Get it out wide now.
Wow, great
Good ball
touch
into
from
Kulu.
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 Just whipped it in too early there, really. He could have taken his time. Udogi. Good switch of play from Sar. Ugh.
Ange pondering on the sideline. Papa Matasar wins the header. Brighton pick it back up, the loose ball, straight out to Buonanotte.
Get there, Mickey. Well done,
Tries to
son.
go for Lamptey and Mickey van der Ven. Bops it up. It's just too casual for my liking. Good ball by Van der Ven to Werner. Well done. Doji, you got to play him back.
There you go.
Let's go, Werner. Use that pace. Burn him
go,
on the
Timo.
outside.
That's all right.
Gives the ball into Richie.
Richie.
Gets a great control.
Oh.
Tries to play a Doji. Unlucky. It bounced up. Richie done very well to juggle
Silly
that.
foul there from Mickey. Good work from Timo there. Richie's first touch just sort of bobbled up on him. But then he did well, actually, after that.
Come on, we just need one before the break.
Yeah.
Steve Fraser saying, does anyone remember Ange Ball? Come on, Spurs, so much better than this. Nearly 700 people in the house. We need to win in front of them to look like losers. Welbeck. Stupian. Back to Lallana. We're just chasing shadows. Every time a Spurs
There you
player goes,
go.
oh, give it away to Richie.
Well
Let's
done,
go,
Rich.
Richie. Doesn't. You hold it. You've got Madison. Hold it. Hold it. You've got Madison. Hold it.
Oh my
It's
God,
a poor ball
Richie.
to
It's a
Madison.
shit
It's
ball,
poor.
man.
It's
It's so
bloody
shit.
poor.
Richie, man, what are you doing?
It's absolutely piss poor by Richie. He just underhits the pass to Madison and it gets caught up behind him. He's just got to put it in front of him. He does all the hard work.
He's got to take
Skins
the
his
space
man,
to the right as
stays on
well.
his feet,
He's got to take his
runs at him.
space.
Ah, it's just a shit
Times it
ball.
poorly, yeah.
He's done all the right
Just time
things
that
up until
pass
then.
wrong. Time that pass wrong. Or he's got to be selfish there again.
Don't foul, sir. There's no need. Well done. Sloppy on the breakaways, man.
I think we've had enough chances now to try to get a goal here. We've just no clinical edge.
Still time to try and nick one before half-time. Now, if Richarlison's pressing, everyone else has to press them out options, and they're so slow at getting up there. So slow. Kulu was an eternity behind.
Or they're scared, maybe, of Brighton playing through it. Well done, Pedro.
Come on, let's create one more good chance before halftime. Come on, Spurs.
Somebody move for it, please. Help out Vic. Guys, only so much time as well, please. We don't have
Madison,
all day.
good turn.
There you go, Matters.
Good ball into
Richie,
Richie.
Cesar. Team
Right,
out.
let's use this. Good ball to
Great
Adoji.
run.
Get in the box. No one in there. All hanging off to the edge of the box there. I don't know why. Van de Ven. Madison is starting to get into the game a little more here. Papamata, Sarr. Romero, Sarr. Come on, guys. 6 minutes injury time here. Madison gets absolutely clattered, referee. You're going to deal with that. Romero. To Van de Ven. Werner shows short for it. Well done. All the way back to the goalkeeper. If Cario goes long for Kulu, can he hold it up? Richie getting in around him. Forcing Brighton to go along with it again. Pedro Porro wins the header. Goes to nobody. Onto a Stupion. Every time they get out. Every single time. The midfield need to press up with the forward line at times as well. So far behind. The forward line presses. They're 50 yards behind them. Porro onto Kulu. Got to hold that kid. If I see one more ball go back to Vicario, I'm going to fucking scream. Trying to push for an equaliser here, and they want to get everyone a touch on the bloody ball. Good ball to play by Madison. Bentancur, good ball onto Werner. Adoji, you don't have all the time in the world, kid. Madison. To Bentancur.
Lovely bit of feet. There you
Madison,
go.
good ball to Werner. Let's go.
Thank you, Timo.
Oh, yeah, absolutely skins his man. Composure now. Good ball.
Good ball.
Much better by Timo Werner. Great delivery. Everyone in the chat saying they're frustrated with this. I think we all are. It's incredibly frustrating.
It's been frustrating. It's been at times dead, in terms of the energy from the players.
Yeah.
They just don't seem to want to move for each other. A lot of times they don't want to make runs for each other. In the press, you'll see one guy pressing where the others are taking a break.
Yeah. Spot on. Come on.
Top of the box to Kulu. Whips it out
Good
wide.
ball
Not a
back
great
out wide.
ball. Can't execute passes as well today. Just no one's been on
Yeah.
the money.
Right idea, just wrong execution. Get it in the mixer.
We've done enough to get an equalizer here, but once
Yeah.
again, also not really clinical enough.
Madison wants it.
Who's it out? Pedro Porro out wide.
Onto Destiny.
Dogi.
Right, they're not going to come out 2 minutes before halftime. The onus is on us to actually go and try and make something happen. Let's not be stupid here and use football intelligence. They're waiting for Brighton to come out. They're not going to do that. Good ball by Kulu, flicked on. Oh, it's another poor ball.
Udogi.
Nothing's just going our way.
Just had to nudge that on to Madison. Madison would have had a clean shot. Timo. See matters. There you go.
Good ball.
Shit ball.
Shit ball by Werner. Shit cross. Good ball by Madison to release him. I'm so frustrated, so infuriated. What is going on here today? Oh, unlucky Papa. Tries to dispossess them deep in their half.
He's not been as influential in possession, but usually Pop makes up for it in terms of his work rate.
He's the only midfielder. That's a few times this half he's tried to get up behind the forward line. He's the only midfielder doing it.
He's probably won the ball back more times than the other midfielders, I'd say, as well. And either interceptions or anything else, really.
Oh, just put us out our misery so Ange can get in there and rollick them again at half time.
Yeah, it's sort of hairdryer time once again from Ange.
Starting to get very reminiscent of where we were under Conte. First 45 shit. Have to get a rollick in for a response.
Yeah. Jesus, lads. That's not a great option to give it to Vic there. Mickey has been sort of sloppy on the ball today. I'd agree with that.
But even that, right? Richarlison goes and wins that header. There's no one around judging where that ball's going to bounce. They're all standing there expecting it's going to land at their bloody feet. You know, they need to help each other here.
Yeah, people need to make runs for each other here. Need to show.
Richarlison's going to win that header. You've got to anticipate and try and learn where that ball's going to bounce and put yourself in a position. Brighton are getting onto every breaking ball, every second ball. And that's because they're moving more than us. Absolute shocking first half from Tottenham Hotspur. Nowhere near good enough. Slow, looks lethargic. Everyone's looks like they're caught in quicksand. They can't control the ball, can't string 4 or 5 passes together. And on the few breakaways we did create, Richarlison didn't bury his chance. And Madison took the wrong option, should have played Werner in instead of shooting. And other times, a lot of passes in around the edge of the box it's sloppy, it's loose. And then we're being caught in possession on the edge of our own box. It's just an absolute calamity half from Tottenham Hotspur. A very, very bad half.
I can't really, it feels like just we're doing everything wrong in this game. That's what's kind of most frustrating is I can't really say what we're doing well. We've had maybe a few chances that we've fastened ourselves kind of randomly that we could have been able to take, and then we'd be kind of in a better position going into this game. But once again, we're not clinical enough. I think there were a few opportunities that Brighton did give us with some of the balls played in behind for Richarlison or other players in this team where we could have taken it, and then we would be 1-1 despite not playing very well. But we still find ourselves, pretty far behind, and just sort of everything with Brighton. I feel like they've outplayed us playing out from the back. They've been, in a way as well, just, I think, much more kind of organized in sort of how they play out in possession. I think we seem really congested at times the way that we're trying to play, especially we always, do tend to try to play through the middle. But even when we need to play it out wide, there is no one out wide because no one's making a run or no one's showing for it. Also, just really sloppy in the press. I feel like nobody's exactly showing that energy or that willing, kind of energy to get involved in the press. When you see Richie running, no one else is running with him. Same thing with Pop Matasar. And then also just execution of passes and simple just decision making just has been really off today. So many players like have been picked off by this Brighton team, have just been sort of dawdling on the ball and just don't realize that there's a Brighton player just coming for them from behind. And we've been picked off too many times.
Yeah.
Bentancur, Van de Ven, Poro, I think at one stage, Udogie at one stage, Madison, almost the whole team really has been just sloppy on the ball at plenty of stages. And it's just been
Mm,
frustrating. I think we're just sort of doing everything wrong. That's what's
mm,
hard to really analyze about it is just
mm.
Brighton have simply been better than us. I mean, they haven't created a plethora of chances or anything, but they do look a lot sharper than we do.
Way sharper, way sharper. You know, they're anticipating breaking balls, where the ball's going to bounce. They're in on everything first. We're just so reactionary, second to everything. You know, I think it's very similar to the Brentford game. We're trying to feed everything through the middle, through Madison and Bentancur. And Brighton are just blocking up that midfield. They're congesting it, putting bodies in there, and that's why the ball's bouncing around and breaking everywhere. And when they come out the other side, they're catching us on the counter. Get the ball out to Werner. He's put the balls into the box, and we've got a couple of chances off it, half chances. Why did he keep persisting on having to play everything through the middle, even there near the end? We're 1-0 down, 3 minutes to go before half time. They're sitting there passing the ball across Brighton, waiting for them to come out. They ain't going to come out with 3 minutes to go. The onus is on us to go and attack them. And this is what frustrates me. There's no sort of intelligence on the football pitch. They always have to be told what to do. They'll come out this second half and they'll target the wings straight off the bat like they did against Brentford. But why do they have to wait for Postecoglou to get them in at half time to say it's not working? The press, like you alluded to, nowhere near working. Richarlison goes, Werner looks like he's lost. Cooley doesn't know who to go to, and the midfield is 50 yards back behind them. So all Brentford do is wait for our forward line to press the back line, straight into the midfield, and they're out. And then they're on us. Everything is just so wrong about today's performance. Second to absolutely everything. And you know what? I'm getting sick that they have to wait till half. I'm fed up of it. That they have to wait till half time to be told what to do, to get a bollocking, to get notes from Millie Jedinak, to feed to them, to tell them what to do different. Where's the intelligence on the football pitch? Any intelligent player should go, okay, guys, this isn't working. Let me get on the ball. I'm going to start feeding the ball out wide every single time. I'm going to make that difference. Bentancur. How many more times does he have to be picked on the edge of the box before someone tells him, wake up and do things just that little bit quicker, just
Yeah.
that millisecond quicker? But no, they carry on allowing him to do it. Dawdle on the ball, on the edge of the box, step overs. If you're going to play that way, it's got to be one touch and find your pass. And he's not doing it. He could be hauled off at half time again here. And I think Ange, if especially off the hiding we got in their place, where it was very similar for 65 minutes when we were 4-0 down at that point. Very similar. He better not. He shouldn't wait till after this half. He should make changes at halftime. Get Son on, get Basuma on, and go full pelt at them now. This is about pride, if anything, now.
What's also hard about it is no one has really stood out amongst, the bad performances, really. Like, I think Richarlison in recent games, when we haven't played very well, has actually been our best and most consistent performer, sort of carried us through a few games. He's been off it really today. His hold-up play has been wrong. The decision-making from him has been wrong today. That's been a frustration. Timo Werner just gets into good areas, but no real end product of any kind, and doesn't really fasten like any real chances where you really expect them to kind of put it away. And then on Kulusevski's, case, I just feel like he's just kind of off it with, either his decision making or just kind of in general, like that pass that he was played by Richarlison. One of Richarlison's maybe few good moments was when he held it up. Then he slipped Kulu in behind at the top of our box, and Kulu just gets easily nudged there, and he should be trying to bury that. He has this sort of, I don't know, it's like in baseball or whatever you call it, like the yips or something. Like he kind of has this sort of kind of just freaks out, it seems like, whenever he gets in these finishing chances. He doesn't want to put it away himself. He'd rather give it to someone else, or it's just he trips over himself, gets shoved off the ball too easily, gets caught up with.
Yeah.
And Kulu as well probably should have buried that chance, really. That was not, that he made it look harder than it probably was. He probably should have been able to make it, a
Yeah.
bit easier. It was a good save by the keeper, to be fair. Richarlison as well was slipped in behind and missed a glorious chance right in front of the keeper as well. So two good chances for Spurs to kind of make up for a
He
bad
has to
performance.
take that.
Two, I think both of them have to take it, and that's where it's more frustrating. Is if we could kind of have played poorly, but we maybe go into this half 1-1, right? And with a draw, and we can just make up for it in the second half, go on and win the second half instead. We have to still come back from a goal down here, which is frustrating because they still gave us chances, Brighton, and we didn't take them. So much I think has gone wrong with Spurs today. I think we've just been doing everything wrong, and no one has really stood out in any significant way to
Mhm.
probably warrant, being praised or warrant even
Yeah.
being, given any sort of consideration from Postecoglou. But I think he really has to look at changes. Whichever midfielder wants to come on, either Basuma or Højbjerg, really need to do a lot better than Bentancur. Bentancur probably should be taken off. And then probably in the case of Madison, I think Madison's had good moments, but he really needs to take hold of the game as well.
Yeah.
Potmatsar maybe has been the best of them, but still, like, it hasn't still been sloppy in sort of the execution, in the passes from all of them. That's another thing that's really just been more frustrating is the execution of passes, simple decision making that normally you'd expect from these guys. Just been off it today.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely off it. Absolutely off it. But look, the good thing is we've got 45 minutes to rectify it now. And I want to see this team come out on absolute smoke. I want to see them take charge of this half, forget about everything that's gone on before in that last half, try and wipe the slate clean, and come out in this second half and go absolutely full throttle at Brighton. Everything just needs to be speeded up that little bit more. And if we did, we'd cause Brighton a lot of problems. When we're out of possession, if everyone was just a bit more switched on, a bit more alert, you'd turn the ball over a lot more than what we are. In possession, again, if everyone was just a bit more switched on and alert, that first touch would be that bit more quicker. That pass would be that bit more zippier. Right now, what you're seeing is a reflection of everyone being so laid back, so calm, almost to our detriment, where it's like, they're so laid back. The passes are being overhit, underhit, heavy
Yeah.
touches, stuff like that. If everyone was just a bit more alert, a bit more on it, a bit more attentive, we could easily change the course of this game. The good thing is, against Brighton last time out, we caught them very late on. They completely ran out of steam from about 65, 70 minutes onwards. And we could have got that back on another day. Today, we'll probably get them same opportunities again. But we have to take them. We've already missed a fair enough, a couple of decent chances to Kulu and Richarlison one. The next chance we get, it has to find the back of the net, or else this is going to be a long, long night.
Yeah.
But as frustrated as we are, we have seen this team turn it around like they did at Brentford, night and day. We've seen it a lot underneath Antonio Conte as well. Second half performances were always a lot better than the first half performances. So hopefully this is going to be the case here today, Jacko.
Let's hope so. Need a huge bounce back here from Spurs, and it's frustrating that, like I said earlier, that I can't really even point out anybody in particular that I really think warrants any sort of, kind of distinguished praise or, one that's really stood out amongst maybe the poor performances. Just everybody really needs to step up here. And let's hope that Spurs can also kind of keep it tight sort of at the back as well, because, we're going to need to really go for it, but then we're also going to need to be solid at the back. I think we have been for the most part. I think Van de Ven's penalty was a clear penalty and was a bit sloppy from him. But
I blame Bentancur for that. It's where he lost the
that's
ball.
true, actually, right. I'm forgetting how that even came about in the first place. It comes from Bentancur's. And it was the right pass to give it into Bentancur, just for some reason gets the ball stuck under his feet and wants to take 5-6 touches when it's not really the right area to do it, and been getting punished in sort of the first half of it. But I'm surprised that we didn't actually come out the gates also quickly. I really thought that this would be a game where Spurs would actually be in the initial stage kind of the aggressor and would be the team that would be dominating kind of the initial proceedings. Then maybe Brighton get a bit of a foothold later on, but it's just been the complete opposite. I mean, Brighton really had dominated us for that first 15 minutes, and then I think we started to get a bit more of a foothold in the game eventually, but they really did they came out the gates, whereas we didn't. I felt like we were almost like we had gone out like the last night, Dave, or something like that, like the players, because it's also just the energy, and both on the ball and off the ball has just been completely absent.
Do you know what? You can start like that, right? You have starts like that in games. But where's that person on the pitch going around to people, clapping in their ears? Come on, wake up. You don't see any of that. It's like everyone's just resigned to allowing it to happen. You don't see anyone on that pitch grabbing a hold of people. And it's one of the oldest tricks in the book. Go over to that player. If he needs an arm around them, give him that arm around him. Tell him how bloody great he is. Tell him he can be the bloody Pope if he wants to be. Tell him his shit comes out gold, solid gold bars. Or if the player needs a bollocking because he's acting the shitbag, go over and absolute rollick him. But we don't have anyone on the pitch doing that. We just don't. And it could, And that's why it festers on for the full 45 minutes. That's why they have to wait till they get into half time to see a reaction. Because there's no leadership on the pitch to step up and do that. We've got leaders like Romero, who does it through his actions. Sonny, when he plays, does it through his actions. But we don't have communication on that football pitch, and it's a big killer. A big killer. And that's something that needs to be rectified going forward. Or if we don't have it, we need to buy it in. Someone that will come in and speak to people, communicate to people. It's one of the oldest things in the book is communication. It should not be allowed to fester on for that long. But I think why everyone's really frustrated about that half, Jack, is because we came into this game. We have no excuses. We've got everyone back fit that we want to back fit. Everyone.
Yeah.
And we're continuing on the same way we did when we lost after that Chelsea game and all the squad players were flooded into the squad. We're continuing on in that same manner. We're not seeing anything better. And that's why I think everyone's ultimately frustrated.
Yeah, I'd agree with all that. I just hope for a huge turnaround here, because it's also, I think, where kind of the anxiety and the stress kind of goes into this, is because Spurs have a real opportunity here to take themselves seriously in a top four battle and really shoot above expectations. And I think going into this season, a lot of Spurs fans didn't have really the highest of expectations, but for a lot of us, I think it's been dramatically influenced or changed in some sort of way, where we do kind of expect us to finish hopefully inside the top four. Of course, we've had so many setbacks with injuries and everything, but we know how good this team can be. We've seen how good this team can be. And we have to be a bit more sustainable. We have to show more consistency. And at this moment in time, we're just a very inconsistent side. We just come out in certain periods and look dead in other periods. It's a frustrating one, because the Spurs have to win this game, really, if they do want to take themselves seriously in sort of this top four race, I guess.
Do you think Ange will make any changes at halftime, or there just quickly after halftime if things aren't going well?
I think he probably will look to sub Bentancur again. I think Bentancur has just been well off it. I can't really say he's done a whole lot to distinguish himself, and he's had probably some of the most some of the most sloppy moments sort of in possession, I think, of the midfielders this game. So you look to then bring on Højbjerg or bring on Bissouma. I'm sort of happy with either or, really. I think Højbjerg's been fine as action impacts up this season, and also Bissouma has a lot to prove, and we know he's a great player, and if he is at his best, he can definitely influence this game. And also, former side, Brighton, maybe he would have something to play for, against his former team as well.
Do you know what? Hopefully he does come in chomping at the bit, because, like you said, he's got a point to prove, but against his former team. And hopefully, he can be that change maker, that difference maker. I wonder how fit Sonny is, Can Sonny come on at some point this half, be that difference maker? 20 minutes to go when Brighton tired out the last time. Get Brennan Johnson on the pitch. Use the pace if we're still not getting any joy, and look to go at them. Very interesting. It doesn't look like Ange's made any changes at halftime. He's out, interestingly, very, very early. And if I'm correct, the Tottenham squad still have to come out, which means they're in there having a massive inquest. Here we are, between themselves at halftime.
And walking out first.
There was a lot of words said there. I'm just running to the toilet quickly, and I'll come back, because this half is going to be brilliant. He definitely left them to their own devices to have a good discussion.
Yeah, and walking out first. You don't often see that. Usually he's the one sort of following the players afterwards. And also Brighton waiting for us, and we're making them wait on us ahead of this one. Sonny looks like he's not being included yet, but you'd like to think that he is going to come on at some stage. We have been missing him on that left wing. It's just not the same with Werner out there. Werner's had good chances to make something happen, but that just is usually just disappointing for the most part. Not seeing any other substitutions of any kind, so it looks like Ange is just going to hope from a much better start from these players, and if he needs to make quick changes, he probably has plans to do so. But we have gotten kicked off here, everybody. No changes, yeah, says Zach Sheks.
Right. Ready to go. Come on. No changes, Jack, on no?
No changes at all. Romero, nice switch of play to Udogie.
Tottenham in possession here. Destiny Udogie. Come on, Spurs. Let's start lightning quick like we did against Brentford. Into Timo Werner. Timo Werner cuts back inside across to Maddison. Everything looks that little bit sharper, which is good. Madison's
there you go, Matters. Into Kulu. Stretching it wide, Kulu.
On to Papa Massar. Come on. Come on, kid. Believe in yourself.
There you go, Pop.
Well done.
Kulu,
we're starting
top
on
of the
fire here.
box to
Bend the
Lolo.
core. It's a shit shot.
Win it.
Doesn't even get off.
Sir. Playing through us there. Well done, Kulu.
Well done.
Get a foot in.
Sar, onto Richie.
Richarlison.
Give it back to Kulu and get in the box. Well done. Get in there. Unless you're in there, we have no target man. Romero. This is a good start by Tottenham. Everything's a little bit quicker.
There you go. Great pass in a matter.
Madison.
Sir!
Yes.
Barged into him. Thank you, ref.
Come on. A Madison free kick. I can feel it. Let's go, Madison. Or Porro. This is our moment, Jacko.
Yeah, who do you want taking this? Good
I'm going to
acting
go Madison from shooting distance, Porro from any crossing distances. Who do you want, Tommy?
I feel like Porro has a worldie in him in these sort of situations.
Yeah, he does. He does. Could take something special from him in open play to break the deadlock for Spurs. Madison is definitely lining this one up. Porro standing over it as well. Looks like Madison, he's placing it. Looks like he's going to take it. Someone just go and push Billy Gilmore away. Come on, Madison. Bend this around the wall. That wall is very over to one side. There's room here. There's room here to bend this one around. Tolman coming across to cut that off. Madison goes to bend it. It's on target, straight down the keeper's throat.
Tried to catch the keeper out by going, I guess, to the other side.
Yeah. Probably wrong option again by Madison. Right, that's it. Get the press on here. Much more intense there. They still play out, though. Matoma's on it.
Not a foul there, thank you. Well done, Sar.
How
is he coming out with the ball there? How is he getting it past Sar there?
There's 5 jerseys there.
Well done, Mickey. Play out.
Let's go. Come on, Speedo.
Fuck's sake, Timo.
Madison joining Richie in the press, which is interesting.
Get there, Timo. God, man. Touch of an absolute truck.
Come on, Spurs. All it takes is one to get us back in it. We've got it in us. Don't let this be a 1-0 defeat. Again. Bentancur has done absolutely nothing in that press. He didn't drop into mark the short option, and he didn't block that pass out there. He's just standing there in no man's land.
Well done, Timo.
Well done, Werner.
Not a great cross again.
He's not left-footed, is he?
Yeah, he's just got a peg of a left foot.
That's
good work, though, on the press from him. It was good. It was good work, good strength. He also did a good job by not fouling.
He's off. He's not
lazy.
Yeah, he is. Fucking brain dead. Absolute brain dead. By 2 of them. Van de Ven passing the ball.
Yeah, why is he passing it to him there when he's clearly off? And what's he doing offside?
Again, this could be another one of our worst showings of the season's both of them against bloody Brighton.
Pedro Porras slipping up. Big switch of play.
Why didn't they go for that?
Well done, Udogie.
He's caught Werner there. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow, ref. Book him.
Timo's just had a shocker of a touch and just dived there.
Oh, my Lord. He's offside again. He needs to wake up this half, Werner. He's the outball.
When that's Sar. Well done.
Well
Kulu,
done,
come on.
Let's go, Kulu. Use your pace. There we
Well
go.
done,
There we go.
Kulu.
Go on,
What a
big dog.
touch.
What play?
Oh,
Oh, he does too much at the end. He just needs to protect it and go backwards.
didn't need to square him up there. Probably should have just
No.
waited for help.
Just protect it and pass it backwards to Porro. You've got us up into the final third.
It's good work from Kulu.
He's just running into fucking trouble there. Again, just football brain, football intelligence. You got to see that.
Well done
Well done.
from Matters.
Oh, so annoying. It's an underhit pass, and Kulu's not even aware there's a guy behind him. Oh, it's one of these days, isn't it? Lord, what did I do? What did I do this week that I deserve this? Give it another 5 minutes and I'll bring on a substitution. Nothing's changing.
Sonny should be warming up.
We make pressing look so hard, and it's not difficult. All you got to do is pick up a man. Everyone pick up a man. And we can't do that. We've got Werner in no man's land. We've got Kulu in no man's land. Bentancur in no man's land. Go and pick up a man. If you're not picking up a man, you're copping out on the press.
Well done, Pedro.
That's it, Madison. Open up the play. You're capable of it. Let's go, Rombaum. Into Sarr. Stay there, Porro. Good idea.
Good touch, Timo. There you go. See Bentancur. See him.
Hey, oh, well done.
See you, Dogi.
Here's a Doji.
Timo!
He has a shot. Drags it wide.
Good run from
better,
Timo. He had
it's
options,
better.
though. He could have slipped two people in behind there.
Yeah. We're just taking all the wrong options today.
Yeah, it's just
Especially him.
decision-making.
He should be shooting. He hasn't scored a goal in about 5 years. He should just lay it off. Do the simple things. He's got Doji. He's free.
Yeah, it is a bit of a
People
scuff.
saying, get Sonny on now. Tyler saying, Harry Kane, I miss you. Please come home. It's a corner kick. It's a header.
Someone won it. It just didn't deflect in the right way.
Skin him, Kulu.
Well done,
That's
Kulu.
it. Go on.
What
On
a
your bike. Well done.
touch.
People get on.
Get there. Cleared away. Good work,
We
Kulu.
need to get more bodies in the box with Richarlison. One of them midfielders need to be getting in there too. The winger from the opposite side needs to come in and make an option. Come on, let's win this.
Kulu cleared away for another corner. Definitely whip it in on him, I'd say. He's probably... Oh.
No, ref. Suppose we have to wait for him now, do we? Good move by Tottenham there. Kulu, please, just nice and low for a header. Goes short again to the Porinator. He delivers it back post.
Richie.
Unlucky, good battling.
Sarr. Souvenir.
Corner kick, we'll take that. Come on, let's make this better pressure count, Spurs. Good battling by Richie. Sarr. Where's that goal kick? I didn't see a deflection there, but we'll take it. Kulu. Another short one to Porro.
Oh.
Oh, my Lord. What are they trying there between them? I don't want them off for that, to be brutally honest. That's just, that's acting the absolute tool when you're 1-0 down, is what that is. It was never on. Do that when you're 6-0 up. Well done, Adoji. Well done, Van de Ven. No one can get the hero. He's been a lot better this half. Kulu as well, by the way.
Well done, Kulu. Really great
Good
work.
Richie. Steal. I hate him. He's always there.
Really great work from Kulu.
Can't be offside from a throw-in. Great piece of play there. Richarlison. The Porinator. Give it back to Bentancur now. Well done. Werner.
Mickey. Into Pedro. See Madison.
Yeah, I know, it's so annoying, isn't it, when they go backwards like that and you've got players in the... Come on. Who's this numpty coming on? Lana coming off, giving it the big and shouting everywhere. Just get off the pitch, you twerp. Look at him. He's still doing it.
Bringing on another forward.
Ansu Fati using his pace, I think. That's what they're going to use. Try and get a second. Try and pick us off on the counter.
Well done, Sar. Well done, Sar.
That's beautiful by Papa Sar.
Great control.
3 or 4 step overs, buys him some space.
Bentoncourt almost gets picked off again. Mickey. Matters. Lovely.
Great ball.
Oh.
Lucky. Good attempt.
Won that.
No need,
Damn
Destiny.
it.
Surely one ball has to fall our way by 90 minutes. Surely.
It's also a bit frustrating that Brighton have sub first.
Sonny looks like he's going through some motions, getting some gel into him. What are them things called? Yorkshire slurp.
Well done.
Well done, Sar.
Oh, good try.
Unlucky. Cool, you got loads of time.
Oh,
Sar!
Sar!
What? How are they blocking everything? Jesus, someone fall our way, please. He caught that. He couldn't have catched that any better.
Yeah, that
either.
looked like it was headed in. Sar.
Hold on. He's waking up a little bit, the kid. He's starting to have an influence here.
Udogi. Richie.
Is something just going to fall our way where they don't get a block on it, or, it doesn't bounce their way?
Oh, well done,
Well done,
Matters.
Madison. Great ball out to Kulu.
Kulu,
All the
have a
time in
hit.
the world. What's he done?
Matters. See Timo. Oh, see Timo there.
Kulu just has to get that ball under control quicker and use that space.
Well done, Bentoncourt. Oh, Pedro gives it away. Romero.
He's had a poor game today, Pedro, on ball. He's giving away a lot of ball. Here we go.
Pedro.
Good ball.
Matters.
Get out wide again. Werner, get
See
across to
Timo.
Richie now. It's a shit ball. It's just a crap ball. Richarlison's fuming with him.
Oh, he's on.
It's just a bad ball by Werner. I don't know why he's blowing offside there either.
Just needs Sonny on.
He's been in the good positions. He just hasn't had that end product.
Yep, he's stripping off.
Here we go.
There you go.
Johnson's back to the bench. Could he be getting stripped off to come on? Looks like a triple change is coming here. 2 or 3 players went back there at the same time with Sonny and looked to be taking off their bibs.
No. Sloppy pass from Bentoncourt.
Tidies it up well.
Oh.
Beautiful. Don't do too much. Give it off now.
Fuck's sake, man.
Well done. Use him, Kulu.
Yes!
Use him.
In the
Good ball to
sun!
Sar.
See
Sar!
him!
Richie!
Oh!
Yards on the post!
Come on, baby! Get in there, Saul! Let's go, lads! Let's grab another! Come on, Saul, man! The star boy!
Let's have it!
What a pass
He's our
from Kulu!
star man, playing in the white. Scores his dynamite. Come on!
Oh, what a ball from
Jackal!
Kulu there. It's absolutely opened him up.
Woo! Oh, we needed that. My God, we
my
needed
lord!
that.
My
Now
heart,
get Sonny
my heart
on.
froze. I literally
thought he
froze
screwed it.
when he squared it to Richie and it didn't go in. I was frozen there.
But he
Kulu.
should have shot the first time.
Great ball from Kulu here. What a
Great
ball.
pass. Great run by Sarr. He should have shot the first time. He tries to do the unselfish thing, it squares it, it
Oh,
gets a clearance off Dunk, comes back off the post, and Papamata Sarr taps it home.
God,
I
how many
thought the chance
blocks
was
have they
gone
had?
there.
That Brighton
Come
team.
on, Pappy!
What bit of defending, actually. They've blocked so many, as you
He's
said
blocked
earlier.
everything. He's a
What a finish.
star
What a finish.
boy,
Come
waiting to
on.
score goals.
Let's go, lads. Come
Come
on.
on.
Let's grab another
We're
now.
back.
Take the
We're back
momentum
in
here.
it.
Bring on the Sonny. Bring on the killer.
Oh, it's time. It's time to enter the killer. Here we go. A triple change. Basuma, Johnson, and Sonny all coming on at the same time. But the wonder's Richie coming off then after Kulu's assist. Bentacore's off. We expected that.
Timo.
Looks like Madison's going
I
off
think
as well.
Timo coming on.
Oh, Timo.
Bentancur off.
That's it, Sonny's throwing the arms up, trying to lift everyone. He looks pumped. Let's go.
Sonny's
The
going to be
Korean
driving
King,
out.
the
Come
Messiah.
on, lads. Sonny's out for blood here.
Werner's come off. Who's the other one? He made 3 changes. Kulu. Harsh after that great pass, but anyway. We're going to try and kill them with pace out wide. It's where the game is. Werner, how many times did Werner get in the right position? Just not execute. If Son or Johnson can just do that once, we're away. Looks like we've sparked into life here. Pedro Porro wins the header. Oh,
Sorry.
I thought he was going to play that while on the ground
Oh.
there. He's been everywhere, sorry. He could be in for man of the match today. He's been brilliant in that midfield.
I like the substitutions for Manch.
Even after the goal, shows bollocks that. He could have easily kept Kulu on after that, after playing that ball. Steve D with the super chat. Let's see how the fickle chat changes now. Hashtag 90 minutes. Look, Steve D, I'm not going to keep doing this every weekend. I do get what you're saying, but look, it's not being fickle. At the end of the day, people are only reacting to what was happening in the first 45 minutes, and that's all you can react off. You know,
It's also
I'm not doing that.
It's also just a YouTube live chat. Like, you know, it's always going to be all over the place, as you know, Steve. it's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know, people react in the moment. People are hot-headed in the moment. And it's just, people just are in the moment, really,
But
I
look,
think is how it is.
let's
I know
get
what
this
you
straight.
mean, Steve. I know what you mean.
I get it, but let's get this
It's
clear.
how it is. It's how it is.
When you're watching games, it's in the moment. No one has time to talk about rebuild and all this sort of stuff in the middle of matches. People are going to react to what they're seeing.
Pedro hurt with something.
Yeah, 1 sec away for this corner.
We've had 9 corners, but I feel like we haven't even been that dangerous from any of them.
No, they've been poor.
Maybe
enough
we've had
deliveries.
good deflections, actually, off of them.
No, side netting. Right, what's up?
Good touch from Johnson or Sonny. Sir! Come on, lads. Let's push for another here. Vicario. Dangerous ball, really dangerous ball, and it's not played well either. Thank you, Romero. Oh, still haven't dealt with it. Vicario, man.
Come on, 25
Well done,
minutes to
Sonny.
go and find the winner.
Well
Good
done,
ball.
matters.
Here we go.
Sonny plays in
Give
Johnson.
him the ball, Johnson.
Come on, Johnson.
Compose yourself, shoot.
Ah. Probably could
Done
have
the right
thought
thing, though. Good first touch. It's a start.
Yeah, needs to get a bit more power behind that effort, but he does have Richarlison. I was thinking about that. No, it's the right decision, I'd say. Right decision by Johnson.
Adrian Chia with the super chat. Basuma redemption script on the cards.
I like his hairstyle actually ahead of this one too, Adrian. I'm liking his hairstyle ahead of this one. He's looking good, Basuma. Let's hope we get a good performance. Johnson, come on, Romero. Look how high Romero is. That's ridiculous.
Hopefully, I'd love if he could score the winner today. It's written in the stars for
Oh,
him, though, right?
Dogie.
Way the future
What a
going.
run here. Sonny.
Here we go. Come on, Sonny.
He's out
Cut
for
in.
blood.
Bend one in on the right.
Oh, they're afraid of
Oh,
him.
he's on the outside.
They're afraid of him.
Cross.
They're afraid of him.
Oh, they are. Big time. Big time.
Lamptey just kept backing off and backing off and backing off. He didn't even step
Because they
in.
have to. Because they know they can't lunge in him. Son's too good. Too tricky. With Werner, you can sort of get away with that, right? With Son, you can't. Because within 1 second, boom, he's gone. He's so good at manipulating the
They
ball,
just need
Sonny.
to keep getting it to him in those areas, and Sonny's going to make something happen.
Oh, it's just an overhit. Just pad again. Something's going to fall Richie's way before the end of the game. It has to.
Billy P saying Kulu was good in the second half. Hopefully Johnson justifies replacing him. Interesting.
I thought Kulu was excited. I thought he was having a brilliant second half, to be brutally honest.
Yeah, he was a lot better. He's probably the best player, I'd actually say, in the second half. But here it is. Johnson, good foul. Johnson's been bright, though, to start with. He has been bright.
If we remember back to the last game, last 70 minutes onward, 65 minutes onward, we took the game to them and scored a couple of goals. Can we do the same here now?
Come on, lads. Matters. See.
Oh, he's got to play, Sonny.
There
He's
he's
got
out
to play.
Dogie, play Matters. Use each other, lads.
Matters should have played Sonny when he was on full flight there.
Basuma's looking for runners.
Do you know what? He brings a bit. He's doing all right so far. He's bringing a bit more composure in
He
that.
carries the
deeper role.
ball like with, really, he always looks to carry the ball forward, Basuma, and then he's looking for passes from there.
Come on, 25 minutes to find the winner. Let's go. Johnson, unlucky. Do you know what? It's one of them goals we needed.
Yeah.
Nothing has gone our way in this game. It's just scrappy. We needed it.
Well done, Udogi. Oh, my lord, ref. Big up, though, Adrian Chia. Big up to Steve D as well. Appreciate the support. And Adrian, like, Basuma, I think he's looked bright so far. Like I said, I like his look. I like his new look.
He's doing all right so far. The script is written for him to go and get the winner here today. It's absolutely written for it. And Steve D, big yourself up, my man. You're becoming my nemesis again lately. What's going on here? We were just becoming from nemesis to best friends, and now you're becoming my arch nemesis again. I'm only messing with you, though. Good to see you, my man, and appreciate the support. Come on, get the press on here. Everyone take a man. There we are. Simple. Way. Steele's panicking now, Jack. He's gone from steel to weak.
Basuma, someone's got a show for the middle there for him.
Vicario slowing it down, trying to draw Brighton out here. Can we play through it now? Van de Ven.
Nice, Udogi.
Doji.
Nice touch.
Madison.
Sar.
Well done, Sar. Alert. Oh, Vicario.
Vicario gives it away.
Vicario.
Well done, Basuma.
Well done, Dex. Oh, Basuma, well done. Yeah, Basuma's in the blue boots. That's what I got to keep remembering. Blue.
It's also, and Bentancur's off the pitch now.
Do you know what it is when him and Adoji are close together because they got like similar hairstyles and I get them mixed up. One of them needs to get a tight cut and the other one needs to keep his hair the way it is.
Come on, Richie.
Oh, unlucky. Here we go. Porro. Unlucky Johnson. Brighton on the attack here.
Stupinian plays it in. Well done, Pedro.
It's good defending.
Pedro limping out of a challenge again.
Is he hurt? Just a sting. You'd be all right. Tyler saying just kick it out if you have to, Vic.
Well done.
Right,
Basuma.
go on, Sonny.
Whoever won that, I think it was Basuma. Oh, it's Sonny. Heavy touch.
Sonny,
great win from Basuma. Nearly had a break there.
Oh,
well done, Romero. Great challenge. What a boss.
keep getting him and Van de Ven mixed up today as well. What's going on with me?
Well done, Richie. Great
Well
touch.
played.
What the fuck? Rich. What are you doing, man?
He's just trying to force it there.
Richie, great touch.
He's done all the right things today. It's just his sort of passing that's let him down at times. He's held up the ball. He's getting turned. He's beating players. It's just that final ball today from him. But he's still got 20 minutes to rectify it. Oh, Doji, stay switched on. Get there. Don't foul. Well done. Oh, well done. That's brilliant defending. He's absolutely
all over him.
He's all over him. Brighton. It's a good ball over the top to Matoma. He's free as a bird. Someone close it down. Well done, Basuma. There again. Good introduction. I feel like we've weakened the right-hand side, though, by taking off Kulu and bringing on Johnson.
I think Kulu was picking up these positions in the wide areas where we were just spraying it, and we were spraying it out wide to him in the wide areas, and he was just causing havoc for that Brighton team. It's changed.
Also, he was picking up the ball and running with it. Let's not forget that. You know, he's getting at the ball, driving at people. Johnson hasn't really been able to get into the game yet.
Back post.
Oh, don't allow that. Come back across. Get out there, Porro.
Back post.
Stand too far off him.
Clear away, please.
Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't. No foul. Well done, Basuma again. 20 minutes
Come on,
left.
lads.
Come on,
Need to get some onus back in the game here. Philip Brighton are growing into it again.
Maybe the tree subs was a bit much. Van Ecke.
Well done, Udogi.
Challenger Doji. Stupinian. Out to Mitoma. Don't allow him to cut inside like that. Don't allow this.
Oh, no.
It's ball over the back post. Can Sonny get across?
Well done, Mickey.
Oh, it's
Get out there, Sonny.
good header. It's another
Cleared
good
away,
ball
Romero.
in. Well done, Romero. Johnson, you're switching off. How's he getting to that ahead of you? Let's go. Let's build this attack here. Porro. Handball. No, referee doesn't give it.
Come on now.
We're starting to get a bit sloppy here now the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, foot off the gas. I agree, Single.
Brian's starting to get a foothold back in the game here the last 5 or so minutes. That's a free. Well done. Who bought that? Destiny Adoji. Well done. Come on. Steve D says nothing but love, Dave. I know, my man. I have nothing but love for you too. Do you know, even when I disagree with people, I still love them. You know, I actually like disagreements and stuff like that personally. But big up Steve D. Nah, we get on fine, Steve D. I just love the banter with you. Oh, Madison.
What's he doing there, Madison? Also, you have Sar there, man. Just play him.
Took a bloody risk there, didn't he?
Wants to be a quarterback.
He's rivaling Harry Kane. He does it. If he got one touch of that ball, can't even just get the ball. He can't even get the ball into Johnson's feet at this moment in time.
Big up, Steve D. Appreciate you, man. I agree, George Kadaris. We need to go long more often if we're gonna have Brendan Johnson as well. Maybe in the team, there's maybe more chances to go long. Try to play it over that back line, but just been so sloppy again. Now we had a bit of zip to us in that second half. We really did, and now it's all of a sudden been flattened again.
I think the Sun change was fine. I think the Kulu change was fine. The Johnson one has not worked out whatsoever. Kulu was getting us on the ball, holding it up, driving us up the pitch, whether that was running or finding others and bringing others into play. And he put the assist through for the goal. Johnson's come on and he hasn't even touched the ball. Oh, sorry, he's had that one shot and it was tame. Can't even get him the ball right now. And look at him, he's just jogging backwards after losing it. It's a ball across. It's
Oh,
oh
shit.
my lord! How is that one gone
Inches.
wide?
Inches wide.
Johnson loses the ball. He doesn't chase anyone back. The ball goes out wide. It's put across. And Jesus, we got look at God's there.
Wow,
Destiny
what a run
Adoji.
from Udogi.
Play Sonny.
Udogi, play
Oh,
Sonny. Just play
final
him in.
ball. All he's got to do is put that down the line. Why is
Just
he
put
trying
it
to
down
chop
the
back
line.
in?
Exactly. Play him in.
Come on, 15 minutes left. We look more lethargic after the substitutions. We should be looking more brighter.
There you
Well,
go.
one
What a
back.
win from Romero. What a win. Oh, my Lord,
Poor ball by
lads.
Sarge
What
behind
is
Sonny's
wrong
goal.
with us today? What is wrong with us today, lads? Come
We're
on.
just going to have to scrap this win out and try and get out of here with it. Just scrap. Scrap like dogs. Every breaking ball. How's he missed that? Who's that? Welbeck? It's not even
Fati.
Welbeck. It's
It was
Andrew Fati.
Fati.
Wow, how's he missed that? Living on the edge there.
Living on the edge here. Oh, Vicky Van de Ven with a swing and a miss. Oh, my.
Oh, no,
Top
there's
of the
queuing up
box.
here. They're queuing up. It's blocked. What
Oh,
a block.
my Lord.
Who's that? Mickey Van de Ven. Oh, Lord, what a block. They're looking for a handball here. And I think he's gone down holding his finger. It could have broke his finger here. This could be a penalty. First of all, Porro just has to do better there, by the way. That's shocking defending.
Mickey gets
so does Mickey
absolutely
Van de
done.
Ven.
It's absolutely done there.
Or has it caught him in the nutsack?
Yeah, it just hit him in the nuts. Hit him in the
Been there.
Mickeys. Hit him
That's
in the
not
Mickeys.
nice. He's winded. Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
Bringing on Højbjerg
Pierre
and
with the
Skip.
dodgy haircut coming on.
It's the sort of haircut that'll make him stand out amongst the rest today. Is that Ben Davies, I see? It can't be. I've seen someone else take the top off there. It can't make 6 subs. I think there's confusion here. It's an outswinger.
Romero,
Well
great
headed.
clearance.
Well done, Romero. Get out there, close it down. He's offside. Nice one. 12 minutes to go. I don't mind Højbjerg coming on. This is the sort of game he does well, where he's got a bit more time on the ball to be able to spray them passes. It's a long ball. Tottenham throwing. Come on, let's get it down and create something here. Let's go.
Sonny pulling out that challenge.
Gone down holding.
Holding his face, I think.
I think he's caught on the nose there, is he? Yeah, he's holding his nose. Is there blood coming out of it? No, he's all right.
Ben Davies
Ben
coming
Davies
on.
coming on. So Skip has got being told to go back to the bench, I presume, then. For Papa Massar. Changing formation, maybe?
Romero perhaps moving into the...
Well, unless one of the defenders come off for the Højbjerg substitution, it's the only way that makes
And
sense.
Højbjerg on.
Unless there's going to be a change in formation here.
And Destiny Udogi on. Or off. Udogi's
Oh,
off.
okay. So Destiny Adoji is off and Papa Massar is off for Ben Davies and Salzburg. First thing Madison does is give away the ball. Brighton are running at us here.
Well done, Basuma.
Well done.
Great tackle from Basuma.
Come
Well
on,
done.
Johnson. Fucking hell. No, he stopped. He stopped midway. He's got to keep going. Go and meet that ball. It's just weak again by him. He does absolutely nothing. He's so infuriating. If that's Kulu, just gets his body there. Hold. I can understand the Adoji substitution. They were getting a bit more joy down that side, to be fair. Maybe it's just about getting some fresh legs on out there.
I don't much like Davies at left back, though. We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. Just stay switched on from this free kick. No one lose runners, please. Let's go, Richie. Probably had time there.
Sorry on a yellow, that's why you was subbed, says Dave Genola.
Yeah, that's. How is it taking Johnson so long to get there? He could have nipped in and took that pass. Well done, Mickey van der Ven. Come on, Spurs. 9 minutes left. Let's go. All we need is one more chance.
See Ben Davies. Good ball from Pierre. Great ball from Pierre.
He's in.
Oh my God, man. He's a donkey.
Oh, holy Jesus Christ. He is as useful as tits on a bloody nun. It's absolutely shocking. And now the big man Ferguson's coming on. How's he not just getting that under control? He's in behind.
That was a great pass from Pierre as well.
That was Zinedine Zidane-esque. I'm fed up with
That's
that
what he's good
already.
for as well, Johnson. Dave, I mean, that's what I even said. You know, maybe play Johnson in behind, you know, get someone on the ball to start launching balls in behind. Johnson, that's what he's better at than Kulu. I mean, geez, man, like, come on, Johnson.
Do you know what? Even if he goes on and assists and scores, he just needs to do so much more to affect the game. There, the last few minutes. He's got one pass on the out ball, stands there and waits for him to pass it. Then he goes, oh, I think I might go and press. The goal they nearly scored just a minute before that. He loses the ball and then he's jogging backwards. And then just before that, the free kick, or just a minute ago, the free kick, he stops running towards the ball and fouls his man. What's he doing? And then that on top of it.
Pierre?
Come on, Salzburg. Good ball to Johnson.
Shoot.
Penalty. That's a penalty. I want that one.
Basuma,
I want that one, ref.
Good foul from Basuma.
His hand is out from his body. VAR better check this. Penalty all day long.
It was a great pass from Højbjerg. I thought Johnson was going to square it to Richie.
Yep. He's on, well...
I don't know, back of his elbow. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, it's probably harsh. Still don't want it.
I thought he was going to square it to Richarlison.
Was that not what he was trying to do? No. If that was a shot, that's dreadful.
Yeah, not a penalty. Oh. Not a penalty, yeah.
Oh. Referee just teasing you there, Jack. It looked like he was going to give it there for a sec.
He even did a little hesitation.
Yeah. That's it, Davies. Push him. Imagine he stepped up with the winner today. That'd be class. Come on, Spurs. We have one last attack in us, surely. Just get it to Big Rich or Sonny, the man in form.
Well done.
Wow, lucky Romero. Well done. Good ball by
Great
Porro.
pass.
Richie, just play him. Oh, it's unlucky.
Hard.
They're just Brighton. They're just getting vital blocks at the vital time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't even tell
frustrating.
if Richie had that bad of a touch or anything. It got blocked.
Done the right thing, touch, pass. It's just they keep getting their body in the way of absolute. Even the goal we had, they still managed to get a body in the way. I like Basuma's hairstyle. I have to
That's
say.
what I'm saying. I like his hairstyle. Looks cool.
Don't like his fashion sense. Don't like his dress sense.
You think
That's
he
been
drips
plastered
too
everywhere
bad,
this week.
like Emerson was saying? You think his drip
Do you
is
know what
too
it is?
bad?
It's just all the baggy clothes and, you know, I like baggy stuff, but not that baggy. And it's the colours. Like purple on me, I'd look like Barney the dinosaur if I wore purple. You know what I mean? So
Emerson.
it's probably too bold for me because I wouldn't get away with it, probably.
Emerson said drip too bad.
If I wore what him and Emerson's were wearing, I'd look like a traffic light. But they also have the personality to pull it off, right? You have to have a loud personality to pull off loud colours.
Into great touch.
Dave's
Matters.
here we go. Play him. Oh, why aren't you
See
playing
Ben
him?
Davies or Sonny there, but he finds
Let's go,
Ben
Sonny.
Davies.
Good ball. Get your head up.
Oh, God, he's not picked his head up at all there, Ben Davies.
He's so much time as well. The time to take a touch there and deliver something. Here we go. Come on, Basuma. This is your game. Out to Sonny. Come on, drive at him. He's scared. Now's not the time to try that shit, Madison. We're drawing the game. Can we create one last good chance with 4 minutes to go? Van Event, just go back to Vicario. Oh, unlucky. That was nearly a great ball out by Vicario. Brighton picking up. There's too many free players here, though. No one getting...
Game is so
If I see that
stretched.
guy jogging around one more time, I'm going to lose my bloody shit with him.
It's not a great ball into
Lord, he's
Richie.
leaving
Get there,
short,
Rich.
eh?
Well done, Rich.
Well done, Richie.
Great job,
Well
Richie.
done.
Great work.
He is so infuriating to watch, Brennan. So infuriating. Not only is he jogging around there, he leaves Richarlison short on the pass. He's not even zoned in. He's not even clued into where he is. He may as well be at home on his PlayStation. All we need is one move, 4 or 5 passes together, and just take the opportunity. It's all we need, just one move. Passing has been off all day. If we can just do one move.
There you go,
Good
Pierre.
ball by Hoiberg. Well done, Pedro. Salzburg. That'll do.
Someone got in the way of that.
Orthodox, but we'll take it.
And
Sonny.
it matters.
Madison, give it on.
Basuma.
Come on, miss. Salzburg. It's
Nice.
set up for a late winner.
Off.
Richie looks out on his feet as well. Don't allow him to win that.
Well done, Pierre. Well done, Pierre.
That's brilliant bloody tackle. Good ball again by Hoiberg. Porro thinks he has an eternity in the midfield for some reason or another. He's been very poor today, Pedro. Very poor.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Top of the box. Get there, Pierre.
Oh, great block by Davies. Offside. Porro has been god-awful today. How long does he think he have in the midfield? Come on, we just need one good opportunity. Fall to Son or Richie and it's in. It's time wasting again. Again.
He's just looking to have a drink.
It's a joke. Come on, Jesus Christ. How long are we going to delay this for? Don't tell me they're taking him off after him delaying. That's taking the absolute biscuit.
Yeah, they've just...
And they're eating into injury time now as well.
Exceptional time wasting this whole game from Brighton.
Oh my God, that's infuriating. The referee better add on this extra minute here. He sat down there, had a drink, everything else, talked to the physios, and then he walks off to be substituted. They're after wasting 2 minutes. I want to see that added on. This better go to 98 minutes. I hope we catch them for that. I hope we absolutely catch them for that. That's infuriating. How long is it taking them to make them as well? Get off the pitch, twat.
Al Ben saying our passing has been absolutely dreadful since the goal.
Yeah,
I
absolutely
just think
dreadful.
the
But
substitutes haven't made the impact really that we'd like them to. I don't think Højbjerg's been all that bad, but Sarr feels like we're kind of missing him in a way. Ben
we got
Davies
so
for
much story.
Udogie. I'm not really sure if Ben Davies done anything wrong, but I mean Brennan Johnson and Sonny has also not even gotten into the game. Not even sure if that's Sonny's fault really, but it just hasn't gotten into the game. Brennan Johnson has had chances, but it's just kind of
Ange
frustrating.
has to stop this love affair with Brennan Johnson. That's what's killed the game. Kulusevski started off the second half absolutely exceptionally well. He got us on the ball, and all of our good stuff was coming down that right-hand side. Now
Oh,
Johnson's come on. He can't even take a fucking touch.
can't
He
even
keeps
have a
losing.
good touch.
He's useless. That's the substitution that killed the game right there. It killed the momentum. Kulu was gaining momentum down that right side. It's where the goal came from.
Well done, Pierre. Here we are. Back
Salzburg.
post. Get there,
Go on,
Sonny.
Sonny. Well done. Recycle it. Come on, Sonny. This is your moment. Van der Ven. Romero.
Matters. Into Davies.
As well there, Davies.
Oh,
If he loses the ball one more time, Porro, one more time.
it's Romero there.
Win that, Saucy.
Oh, slipping up. Jeez.
Come on. We just need 5 passes. Slick passes.
Cario's no
Someone
one.
give it.
Well done, Johnson. Get there.
Give it into him again.
Make a run, man. Actually run.
He just jogs everywhere. Richie comes short.
There you go.
Give it inside.
In a
Well done.
Højbjerg.
Come on, Højbjerg. Give it across. Well done.
Oh, Davies. What a great touch.
Ben Davies.
Well done.
Madison, great ball.
Pierre.
Højbjerg! Oh, it's corner kick, is it?
Oh, Pierre.
Corner kick. Come on, just get up. We're trying to chase a win here. Get it, Sorby. Get up, man.
Steve D saying top 4 was never the definition of progress. No, I don't think it ever was going to be used at it. It definitely is a marker of overachieving though, I think this season. It would be oof. It would be a huge marker of overachieving this season though at the end of the day, Steve D. So, it'd be nice if we could. Be really nice if we could overachieve from our expectations.
Look, I'll be brutally honest. I'm going to weigh it up on what I think Ange would think. If we don't make top 4, will Ange Postecoglou be disappointed? I think extremely so. We've been in around there all season long. All season long. Even last season, we were there the majority of the season. You know? We just don't seem to be able to get over the line.
Ooh.
But I'm not. Like, I'm going to sit here and be annoyed if we don't get top 4 because we've been there all season long.
Yeah. It would be
But
deflating.
you're right. We are progressing in terms of where we were last season.
Yeah.
100%. Mitoma. Going for a ball towards the back post. Get closer to him, Davies.
Whew.
He allows him to shoot. I don't know for what. Come on, one last attack, Spurs. By my watch, this should be played out to 98 minutes. They took 2 minutes
I feel
in
like
each
so
time
much time has
substitutions.
just been.
Well done, Richie. Sonny, good ball. Come on.
Find one of them. There you go.
Come on. Use him. Use Sonny. Play the right ball. Sonny.
To
Johnson!
Johnson!
Yeah!
Take that! Come on!
Come on!
Come
Let's
on!
go!
2-1!
Just when this was over! Just when it was over!
Oh,
Come on!
great work from Richie
Fuck
and
you,
Sonny.
Brighton! Beat that!
Finally, a
Come on!
left-footed cross. Finally, a left-footed
Oh,
cross.
what a ball by Sonny! He's in my head, Sonny.
Sonny,
Come on!
Sonny.
Johnson there to tap it home. He's lucky because he's had an absolute
Oh, he's been
shit impact.
he even
He's
jogged
lucky
for
he's
the
there to
goal.
tap that home.
He even jogged to tap it in. Oh, great work from Richie and Sonny
Well done,
there.
Richie. He didn't do it right in the first half. He done it right there, and he's way onside. Sonny, and it's the perfect ball that Werner couldn't deliver in the first half. Come on! Right at the depth.
What a cross from Sonny.
That
Beautiful
must suck
ball.
to be Brighton fan right now.
Beautiful ball. We
it
just
must
needed,
suck.
barely got it into Sonny's feet, but the moment that we do, we just see things happen. There we fucking go. Thank God.
Come on.
Thank God. What a terrible performance, but Sonny absolutely bailing us out there. Sonny and Richie, great hold that play. Great play at the dying ends of the game there. Dying ends of the game. Come on.
Sometimes when you play bad, you just got to find a way to win. Oh, look what that means. Højbjerg on his knees, Richie saluting to the stand. Who's that? Van de Ven fist pumping everyone. No one even wants to celebrate with Johnson. Still another... Oh, no. Blow it up now. Now he wants to play to 98 minutes. Now he does. He didn't want to do that a few minutes ago.
Wow, what a tackle from Mickey there.
How's the referee not blowing this
Another
up?
set piece, lads. Come on now.
He's letting them profit from their own time wasting. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, the team that was time wasting and wasting all the time, now it gets all the time back. They now get it all back. How did It's such a good point, actually. Such a good point.
They were doing this to kill the game. Now they're chasing the game. Now all of a sudden, let's play to 100 minutes. Come on, just deal with this. Just clear it, please. It's an in-swinger. Oh, their own player cleared it. Thanks for that.
And is he blown full time? Come on!
Yes!
Come on!
Get in! Look at Romero and Vicario grabbing each other. I love that. They're assaulting each other. It's great to see. Come on! Fucking done it. We robbed them.
We'll take that
Absolutely
scrappy win. We'll take it. We'll take it. Got to get the 3 points.
Go and get my
over
balaclava
Brighton.
out the jaw, Jack. I feel like that's well deserved. We robbed that one.
I mean, to be fair, actually, Romero and Vicario are probably celebrating for good reason, right? Like, they did defend pretty well on plenty of occasions. Romero actually won the ball back for us, high up the pitch. You saw that he was also getting forward. So I'd say the defense, at least sort of in terms of defending, especially Romero, I think did have a brilliant game this game. Dave, I mean, man of the match candidates definitely have to be sort of brought up then, I guess. It was a weird, scrappy performance, but I'd give it to, you have to give it to Sarr for the goal. I'd give it to Romero, actually. The more I think of it, I think he was probably the better of the defenders today. In terms of the midfield, like maybe Madison, he started to grow into the game a bit more, matters. Sonny came on, made the impact for that goal in the assist, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's only so many that I'd even put up there, actually, for contendency. It wasn't the best performance from everybody. We'll freaking take it. 2-1. Come on. Get to push on now.
What's Kerry King put in the chat? What's your motto, Dave? We never stop.
Exactly.
We've
right,
done that
Kerry.
today.
Exactly.
Absolutely
right,
love it. So we've got Sarr as man the match, Jacko. To be honest with you, it's a hard one to pick because let's be brutally honest, we absolutely robbed that one. Papa Sarr in there. Yeah, we'll put Romero in there for good measure. I like a rom-bomb. Who else have we got here? Who else, Jacko? One in the mid. Got Sarr in there.
I'd throw Matters in there. He grew into the game more and more. Madison. Basuma was brilliant when he came on, but it's hard to give it to some of the substitutions, I guess. Basuma was great, though. Good, Basuma redemption arc, I would say, was sort of on track there from Adrian Chia earlier. Come on, though, lads. I mean, 2-1. I'm really was just sort of accepting the draw there once again. It's just sort of similar to the Everton game, where pretty much had the destined result. Like, it looked like it was destined to finish the way that it was looking like it was going to. And then towards the end, all of a sudden, a last-minute change in the script. I think it was similar to Everton. Like, I was really just shell-shocked by the fact that we conceded in the end there. Now I'm shell-shocked that we grabbed the winner in this situation because that was it was like some of the last kicks of the game. It really was. from Richie and Sonny and that whole team. That was the last move we could have possibly had. Højbjerg, like, really had maybe what I thought was the last chance and really wasted it, but we somehow created another, went on and grabbed the winner. Really great composure from Sonny and Richie and the rest of that team there, to be fair, because the one moment they really needed to actually just be clinical and get it done, they did there, and they grabbed the winner. Thank God.
Do you know what? I actually want to give credit to Richie for that for that late winner there, because if you remember in the first half, or was it early in the second, there was an opportunity with Madison, very, very similar. He underhit that pass and that chance sort of gave up. But this time he learnt from that mistake, and that pass was absolutely brilliant. Didn't score today, but he stepped up in the big moment when he needed to deliver. And then talk about your leader, Sonny. Absolutely brilliant ball across. Werner had a couple of them opportunities, didn't take them. Sonny got the one, and he absolutely delivered, and that's why Sonny will be back in the lineup probably over Werner next week. But overall, I know some people might say, look, guys, you're over celebrating or whatever. But for me, I'm just letting out my frustration. I'm just delighted to get over the line. By no means did we play well here today at all. First half was absolutely disgusting performance, just disgusting to look at. Second half, we grew into the game. There was a period there where it looked like it was ready to fade out again. I have to give massive credit to Kulusevski in the second half. Single-handedly down that right-hand side, he was picking up the ball, driving us forward and trying to create them. And ultimately, it was him that fed that ball to Papa Matsar that led to that goal. Absolutely brilliant from Kulu. Big credit from him. We grew into the game and we ended up taking our moment. You know, I speak to you all game, Jack. What did I say? We just need a string of 2-3 passes together and let's go and take this win. And it's exactly what we done at the end. And good teams, even when you don't play well, you find a way to get over the line and you win the game. And that's exactly what we done today. And it probably makes up for the late equaliser last week, scoring that late today. So it's probably balanced out on that record. Not the best of performances. I'm just delighted to get over the line and keep putting pressure on.
Yeah, all we needed was a win today. We really needed 3 points, no matter how it happened. I think we wanted a convincing win of some sort, because in order for us to really go on a serious run here to try to overachieve and get a top 4 finish, it would require, I think, a bit of momentum from this game. I hope we can pick up some momentum from it. It wasn't the best or most convincing of performances. Really good, solid periods from Spurs, but also from, I think, Brighton. Like, Brighton really outplayed us on plenty of segments of that game. Just Spurs, I think, had too much for them. I think we had too much for them with players like Sonny coming into the game. Some other substitutions in midfield, like Basuma, I think made a really good impact, winning the ball back for us. Højbjerg, I think, started to break them down a bit more. And to be fair to Johnson, did what he needed to, which was to be that guy at the back post, which he does almost more than Kulusevski does, because he has, I guess, that pace to sort of stretch the defense to make those runs to the back post. But he's often in the right place at the right time, Johnson. No matter what you think of him, he seems to find himself in those areas more often than Kulu does. And Kulu, I think, really was actually making a huge impact in the game, and I was kind of frustrated to see him taken off, because he played such a vital role in the first goal that we scored. That first goal doesn't happen if it isn't for what Kulu had done there. So two really individual moments of brilliance for the 2 goals that we created, and team goals as well, like Sar, Kulu involved in that run, and that bit of play there for the first one. And then the second one, Sonny and Richarlison and Johnson all combining and made a nice team goal. But weirdly still an unconvincing performance despite those moments of brilliance, I think, from the team. Sorry, Dave. Yeah.
No, 100%. No, 100%. Couldn't agree more with you there, Jacko. I'll save my Johnson chat for a little while. I think
it probably get brought up at some
sent in a
stage.
super chat, so I'll wait for it.
Yeah. Steve D in the house saying, I'll leave you with this, lads. Chat's now in the mud. I think what Steve D is coming from sort of on this, if I were to advocate for Steve, is that it felt like it was a bit volatile more than usual when it came to just analysis of, players' performances and whatnot. But I don't think anybody really hit the ground running today, or anybody really was at the office in sort of in the right sort of focus and the right sort of energy. And also just execution of most of the passing, decision-making was just all off today, Steve. It doesn't mean, they all need to be sold or, dropped like you were, kind of making fun of. But I think a lot of players just weren't really at it today. They just didn't really check in sort of the way that we expected them for such a huge game. Like, this was a game that you thought they would be well up for, revenge spot for Spurs. Didn't, they embarrassed us last time, Brighton. Also in the Everton game, you'd think they'd want to sort of bounce back after that as well. So I can see why there's maybe more tension sort of in the chat and maybe a bit more emotions than usual. And also it's a footballing, it's a football chat. People are just going to be all over the place. I think it's just how it is.
Look, on that, I get Steve D's point of view because he's sort of sitting there, patience, progress. We're doing a lot better than what I expected, which I fully understand. However, there seems to be a big clamour around Tottenham lately that you can't say anything or point out anything maybe that's not going in the right way, things that need to be fixed without people feel like you're taking a pop at the club or you're just being negative for the sake of it and stuff like that, which is not the case. How do you improve? By looking at your weaknesses, where you're weak at, taking it on board and going to improve it. And we can't, yes, we're doing absolutely brilliant. Yes, we're progressing. But there are stuff there that needs to be ironed out and worked on. So let's not swing too much either side. Let's not swing too much on the negative side. Let's not swing too much on the positive side and actually try and do it a bit balanced.
Yeah. Often I find myself in the mud, though, Steve D. So if you're ever looking for somebody in the mud, it's usually me in most cases. Dark Sun G says this is the Sonny effect. His leadership got us to win. You could see how intimidated. Dark Sun G, did you see that moment with Tarek Lamptey? I actually found that just funny because when Sonny was running at him, it looked like Lamptey was shaking to the boots because he just kept backing off. It was like watching Matt Doherty or Serge Aurier, again, sort of defending, where they just never actually engage with the winger because they're too scared of stepping in and trying to make a challenge because they know Sonny is just quicker than them, like Dave sort of brought up. He will take advantage of when they try to make it bite on him. He'll just take it right past them. And then finally, Dark Sun G, a left-footed cross. Werner's left-footed crosses just never seem to get there, never seem to make it. It's like 1 in a million with that guy. Whereas Sonny, finally, we got the ball to him. He didn't even have that many opportunities to make something happen, it really felt like. But the moment that he had a clear-cut opportunity to cross it to Johnson, it's on the money, left foot, and it needed to be. It was a perfect cross. It was on the money. Finally, a left-footed cross, Dark Sun G, finally. But it's good to see him back in the team. It's just good to see the leadership, like you said, that the Capitan, El Capitan, back in the team here. And then Jerome saying, let's go. My captain is back. What an assist. Dave, it was crying out for Sonny. I think we needed him on the pitch in order to win this game. Did he sort of bring a bit of confidence into the team, knowing that he is, at the end of the day, the captain, the leader, also the best player in the team? Do you think maybe the team got a bit of confidence with him coming back?
I don't. I wouldn't say. I think the Son certainly came on. The first thing he done was sort of whip the crowd up to create some sort of noise and try and hopefully the squad would feed off that, which was great leadership ability. To start with by doing that. Sort of trying to get everyone refocused and re-involved. That's what that does. But how many times did Werner have the opportunity to do what Sonny did today and he didn't deliver?
Yeah.
And this is why we love Sonny, but this is why we need Sonny. If we didn't have Sonny today, that game probably would have petered out and we'd be sitting here talking about a complete different result. But the fact that our captain, by the way, what a welcome back, what a way to say, have you missed me, Tottenham fans, steps up in the clutch moment and makes the right decision. Even in other times this evening when we're going forward, how many other players made the wrong decisions at the wrong time, Jack? Today, Sonny makes the right decision at the right time. And that's why I always campaign to keep Sonny in the team, play him off the left-hand side. No one else can do what he does. It's just when you need him the most, when you need that final ball to be spot on, he absolutely put it on a plate for Johnson. Johnson couldn't miss. And Johnson should very well be thanking Sonny today, by the way, because if it was not, we'd be talking about a complete different performance from him as well. And this is what Sonny does. He creates. No one else does that. But also, it struck fear into the Brighton defence. First thing you spoke about, Jack, Lamptey backing off and back him off and back him off him. When Werner was on, that wasn't happening. They got straight in at Werner every single time because they know he doesn't have that ability that Son does to drive at people, run them back, and have that sort of decisive pass. And that's the difference for me. When you bring Son on, it strikes fear into the opposition. When he isn't there, I don't think it does.
Yeah, they were far more willing to press high up on some of our players when it was Werner receiving some of those instead of Sonny, where Sonny, once he gets turned and is running at them, whole different story. Completely agree. Big up Jerome, man. Hopefully you're pumped after that. Especially, I imagine, what is it? Probably some crazy hour in the morning or some crazy hour at night. I bet maybe woke up the family. Big up to Jerome, and really appreciate your support. Hopefully you're keeping well, man. Like I said to you last time, hopefully you and the family are okay. Maybe sometime if you wanted to do a pre-match build-up with us, big up to you, sir. Hopefully you're all right, Jerome. And then Dark Sun G says SAR scored 2 games in a row. Sun with the class. With the class cross, I'm assuming, yeah, or just the class. Like Sonny is class. Dark Sun G, he is our man, and he's just been sort of the player that we've had to rely on. And kind of when players have been kind of wasteful, sloppy, have had maybe a bit of bad finishing or decision making, it's sort of Sonny that stepped up for us in moments this season, plenty of games this season where he's just took it on his own shoulders, just executed the pass, executed the finish, or whatever was kind of necessary of him for us to grab the goals. Because there have been games, Dave, where I feel like we've been wasteful, and it's just been up to either Richarlison or Sonny or somebody, most cases Sonny, to just kind of take it on his own, just sort of play the right pass, execute the finish, or execute the simple decision that plenty of other players are just getting wrong, basically, throughout the game.
No, 100%. You're absolutely spot on. And that's why we find ourselves largely frustrated with the performance today, because people are just making the wrong decisions, sloppy passes in moments when you need to show that composure. And look, that's why Son's a world-class player, Jack, because he has that composure in their moments. He's able to step up in their moments and deliver. He doesn't let their moments overcome him. He overcomes their moments. As for Papa Matasar, Dark Sun G, his last 2 starts, he's right. He had scored 2 goals. The last time he started before today was Bournemouth. He scored the opener in that day as well. Papa Matasar stepping up with crucial games, with crucial goals at crucial times. He also scored one against United earlier on in the season. Did he open the scoring that day as well? So look, I always speak about how crucial Papa Matasar is to this system, always, because he's just a big time player. He gets around the pitch. Even at times there today, when it looked like others were maybe giving up, he was still tranching away in midfield, still working his socks off, still trying to dislodge ball, getting on the ball, trying to get us going forward, and that can rub off on others. And I think it did today. I think once he started going and he got his goal, I think everyone else sort of followed his lead, like they did against Bournemouth, like they did against Man United.
Well said there. Really well said there, Davo. And then also James Coffey, sort of exactly what my frustration was in this game and exactly what we needed today, was he sent it at Super Chat saying, finally we strung 3 passes together. Exactly, James. It just felt like that this game, where there were openings and players open, like ready to receive it in a great area to make something happen, and then we just get the pass wrong. Brighton sometimes did throw in some spectacular tackles or blocks also to intercept, the pass or block it off, but just felt like Spurs just really struggled to make any sort of patterns or any sort of kind of link up in a lot of cases. And it just, everybody just was not on the same page today. Just the execution of it was just never there. And that's all we needed, was just Spurs to string 3 passes together. And finally we scored. Exactly right, James. Real definition of sort of the game, I would say. That's a great way to describe this game in general. Adrian Chias.
I think people are sick of me. I was saying that constantly for the last 10 minutes of the game. We just need 3, 4, 5 passes together. Big up, James. Good to see you, my man.
Adrian Chia saying, call them Johnson haters, lads, them frauds. I mean, Adrian, I'll kind of raise my hand up and say that I haven't exactly been that biggest fan of Johnson so far in this campaign. He grabbed the goal, though, grabbed the winner, and he has this knack to be at the right place at the right time, to show up at the back post, to finish off these games. And he's grabbed a few winners for us. I think that's sort of been majority of the goals that I think he's been able to finish this season, if I'm not mistaken. They've been very crucial, very clutch goals. But if I'm going to be perfectly honest, I'm still not fully convinced by him. I'm giving him plenty of time, not going to just throw him out the club or anything like that. Like I think some try to suggest, not completely giving up on the kid, but I think there's still plenty of room for improvement when it comes to him. And he really had a pretty anonymous sort of game until he scored that chance. But even Dave joked about it. That's sort of what Johnson's kind of been like, at times, where he'll kind of be that way, or he'll sort of not really impress you or really get, you that excited, but he'll end up scoring the winner and gets you thinking for sure. And it leads you in a bit of a dilemma, because when you're picking up the winners like that, does have to be given credit for because he's at the right place at the right time to do it. But then if you look at the overall performance for me, wasn't, again, really all that convinced. But yeah, I wouldn't know if I'm exactly a Johnson hater, but I
Look,
definitely wouldn't say I'm part of the Johnson fan club.
I think hater is a very strong word. I think critique, fair enough, but I'm going to stand up here and I'm going to be brutally honest. I think people have been right to critique him. You know, people go on, oh, it's his first season at the club, but it's Sadozis and Van de Vens and people and that first season at the club. Look how they're performing. And being brutally honest, Johnson was absolutely god-awful up until that moment. That's what I said earlier on. He has Son to thank for that. He has Son absolutely tagged for that. Because what was going to be written about him tonight is he was there from 4 or 5 yards out to tap home the winner. Which are right place, right time. Absolutely delighted he is. He got me the win today. However, his all-round game, if we're talking about a guy that wants to get into that starting 11, that wants to make an impact, his all-round game has to improve. And it's only fair that people say this about him so that he takes it on board and learns to improve it so that he can get in the team. People think people being a critique of Johnson, criticising where he needs to improve is having a pop at him. It's not. It's letting him know where he's not good enough so that he can improve it to go on and get into the first team. He's a good impact sub in terms of a few minutes to go, get him on the bench and look to exploit the pace, Jack. We spoke about at halftime. We spoke about at the pre-match. Johnson will probably come off the bench today, and that's where he can have his biggest impact. But let's not forget, a minute before that, he was playing a beautiful ball over the top by Højbjerg. Couldn't control it. You know, what if you'd never see Son do that. Son was able to put the ball across for Johnson today. He nearly cost us up the other end by not tracking back one of the occasions after losing the ball. He got lucky today. And as much as I'm delighted to get the win, I'm trying to stay level-headed here. You go back and look at his performance. He got lucky he got that winner because we're talking about a complete different Brennan Johnson if he didn't. Some put it on the plate for him.
What was I going to say? Forgot about it, but big up Adrian. I was going to say maybe you and Dermatron could start the Johnson Third Kit Society, the Johnson Fan Club. Big up you and Adrian Gia. Dermatron, absolutely delighted, I imagine, with that Johnson winner. Big up to Dermatron. Good to see that plenty of the Irish faithful as well got a good win, at least to see. They got to see 3 points happen. Shawnee Maddox saying, definitely a roller coaster, but we got it done. Need to be better, but some great interplay in the build-up. The 2 goals we created were great goals, and I think simplified what we see with Ange ball and just sort of the patterns of play that we can make. It's just a lot of times we just couldn't execute some of the initial passes to get these moves going, right? It was either the build-up, to a ball sort of up to the striker, up to the forwards would have been misplaced or kind of under hit, sometimes just even hit out of bounds. Also, too, there were plays where we were just making the wrong option, just not even passing to the right guy when there were 2 or 3 others open. Just today was a weird one, I think, for me, Sean, where a lot of times we're making the right moves and making the right runs, or the play is there and like there are options, just making the wrong decisions and just not executing it. But when we needed to get the 2 goals, we executed, and probably hence why we scored the goals is because we actually did finally execute the passes necessary to get in behind and get the goal necessary, to get the goals that we needed. Like James Coffey was saying, we just needed us to string a few passes together, and we would have been able to break down this Brighton team.
Look, the sad thing is today is that sort of play was few and far in between. But when we did get it right, we ended up just again getting it enough right on enough occasions to be able to get over the line. And that's because we were able to keep Brighton down to a 1 goal today. If we conceded a second, you would have seen sort of what's played out over the last couple of weeks. Look, we got it right at the right moments today, and it got us the win. But all around, it has to be, if we want to be more potent as a team, if we want to be more devastating, we've got to see more of it. We just have to see more of it. Absolute roller coaster of a game today, Shawnee.
Big up, Shawnee Maddox. Really appreciate the support, my man. Adrian Chia saying, glad I didn't jinx Basuma with my super chat. And Basuma had a fine game. I think Adrian Chia, he actually looked better than Bentancur when he came on. Also won the ball back plenty of times for us, was good in sort of the recoveries of a loose ball, sort of when it was a 50-50, just seemed to get there. And in possession, I can't really think of any sloppy moments really from him. I thought Basuma looked fine out there. Also really liking the new haircut, so great time to be part of the Basuma Third Kit Society with yourself and Lazy 8. Dark Sun G says, Johnson scored 2 home games in a row. Son versus Hwang Hee-chan in the next match. Dave, two home goals for Johnson. I think both of them similar, right? And kind of the tap in
Yeah.
at the back post, and very clutch ones at that. If I'm going to be honest, too, because the other one was against Brentford, and we really needed that
Yeah.
go ahead goal, and he got it. And then also Sonny versus Wang Hee-chan next week. It's another Dark Sun G derby.
Look, maybe that's one thing that Brennan Johnson can, if he's searching around looking for confidence right now, the fact that he's popping up at the right time when that ball is over on the left-hand side, you would say that sort of reading of the game is expert by him, where he's timing that run to perfection. Good by Brennan Johnson in that regard. And if he's searching for a confidence booster, that's one thing I would be looking to play off if I was him, and then look to implement the rest of my game in and around that. As for the big game next week, again, it's going to be one that's going to go right to the wire unless we can kill them off early and play a lot better because, we got sloppy towards the ends of the Wolves game last time out and they killed us. They ended up beating us 2-1 and going on to take that win. So hopefully we see a better Tottenham that turned up today and hopefully we can get it done more convincingly because I don't think I could take another nail biter, Dark Sun G.
Big up, my man. And I would actually look forward to the Sun versus Wang Hee-chan derby. I think Wolves have been a fun team to watch this season, Dark Sun G. They really have. And Gary O'Neill's definitely getting the best out of them. So I'm looking forward to that one for you. And Dan Coys, big up to you, Dan Coys. I believe you were at the game and really appreciate you still tuning in and sending in the support. And he says, glad to get 3 points, but lots to still work on. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Dan, I think Dave and I are sort of on the same page as you when it comes to this one. Not our best day at the office. Glad we got over the line, though, and got the 3 points, because that's what was necessary. If we really want to take ourselves seriously at all in this top 4 kind of hunt, or even towards this top pack of teams, if we want to try to hang in and around them, we had to get 3 points today, just simple as. We needed to. Also, we have a few home games, I think, to work with, right? So it would have been important to start off this kind of home run, this home stretch, with with a few wins off the back, with a run of wins. So glad we got over the line, but I agree with you. Lots to work on. I think Dave and I have sort of been on the same page with, for the most part with that one. Big up to Dan Coys. Glad you got to see 3 points happen. I'm glad you didn't have to go home empty-handed with only 1 point, really. So big up to you, Dan.
No, big up, Dan. I think that probably sums up where I'm at, where I sort of leave today's game. Very well said, my man. Just delighted to get the win. Keep, like Jack said, just keep the pressure on people above. Who knows what can happen.
Dark Sun G, Sargol looks easy, but really isn't. He is our star boy. I actually sort of missed that in my commentary, if I'm going to be honest, Dark Sun J. I wanted to bring that up. That kind of looked like a more difficult finish than he actually made it look, right? Because the initial block from Dunk is pretty ridiculous. Like, it was a pretty amazing block. It was the right decision, actually, to probably square it to Richarlison. Makes an incredible defensive contribution, Dunk. And then the angle is really hard there. Also left-footed, if I'm not mistaken, too. Curled it in there. Sar, he's the star boy, and he's been the best midfielder of this season. Simple as. I think it would be hard to... It'd be hard to outdo him as sort of the most consistent and the best midfielder from this season. He's been terrific for us, Dark Sun G.
I actually think the shooting angle where he scored from was harder than when he tried to square it for Richarlison. It was a lot more of a closed-off angle, but it was a good finish by Papa Matasar. Very good finish. I'm absolutely buzzing for him. I'm a big fan of the kid. Everyone knows that here. Ever since ever since that performance at the San Siro, I've been campaigning for him to start in this midfield, and he doesn't look out of place. And the kid's only 19. He's absolutely brilliant. And you're right, it was a tight angle. It was a good finish. I've seen many shank opportunities from there.
Yeah, for sure. Big up, Dark Sun G. Pop Matasar curling in another, my man. I wish he got his long shots on more time. Like his long shots, he had one where it had a really great block, but just weird that
it was a good block.
Sometimes you think he's due for like a real screamer at some stage.
Is it a confidence thing with Sar, though, Jack? Maybe he doesn't pull the trigger because he doesn't believe in himself a bit more in that regard.
I think he does pull the trigger. He just often loves to send it into the stands. Like a lot of them, kind of like Højbjerg did at one stage. And I even rate Højbjerg's shooting ability in certain cases, in certain moments, but just sort of this team often loves to just, when we think they're going to get it on target, they really will just slam it into the stands. Basum, I guaranteed, goes into the stands as well. He loves to send one into the crowd. A nice little souvenir. Ed Martin grabbing a Flat Cap membership. Appreciate you, Ed Martin. I would say of recent content, you're able to see a nice photo between myself and fellow member P Dubs. You and I went out the other night and took a nice little selfie together. And then also, if you want to ever get our pre-match thoughts, only exclusive to the members, that's also available too as well, Ed Martin. And also, if you want to get
Big up, Ed.
involved in the Fantasy Premier League, just with all the members only, feel free to do that as well. And plenty of other stuff also coming your way. But big up, Ed Martin. Really appreciate you. And also, you can use even some Richie emojis, an emoji of Dave's face, my face too. If you ever need to throw us into the mud, feel free to do so, Ed Martin. Dark Sun G says, our subs won us the game. Finally, useful subs for the win. Despite Bentancur not having the best of performances, Dark Sun G, I think we said that, right? Where even if he doesn't have the best of performances, we know we have players like Højbjerg, Basuma to come on off the bench. And those are great options. Like, I don't think it gets... Like, when it comes to a bench player, like, you can't really... Maybe a Man City can outdo you, but not too many teams can really boast better midfielders, I think, to bring in off the bench to make sort of the impact that was needed. Also, at some stage, Lo Celso could even be another option, too, if we ever needed. It's nice to have these better options off the bench. And then, I guess, Johnson came on, grabbed the winner, too. Be nice to have Solomon at some stage as another choice to go along with it, but... Dave, the subs today, they, for the most part, won us the game, but we do have far more threats, and it's not like he has just one team that he can work with like it kind of was before with Ange Postecoglou. Before, he only had like 111 really to work with, and that was it.
No, 100%, and I think this is one of the rare games this season where I'd say the bench have actually came off, to sort of change the game. And I think in the Brentford game as well, when the subs were made at halftime, sort of maybe helped change the course of that game as well. But, it's been very sort of rare in between. I'd even go back for years now at Tottenham. You go back under Conte, did he really have the bench to ever really change the game? It was mainly youth players on the bench. Sometimes it was filled with mainly defenders. Under Mourinho, we never really had this option. Large parts of this season under Ange Postecoglou, we haven't had these options. But now that most players are back fit, and let's be, Solomon could easily come back onto that bench as well. So, we're getting there, and I think that's the thing. We're getting there. We're starting to get there, which is a good thing. And if we can keep this sort of momentum between now and the end of the season, hopefully we can continue to having the game be affected by the bench if things aren't going well. Because that's the whole idea of having the substitutes bench. Not only to cover like injuries or whatever, but if things aren't going well, you should have the options to be able to tinker with things and change things to get you firing, get you going. And that happened today. Whereas last week against Everton, when we made late substitutions, it weakened us. This week it made us stronger and went and got us 3 points.
Yeah, love that. And Dark Sun G as well, saying Sarr is our winning charm. We won all games that he has scored in. I feel like we win most games that he's starting in, actually, Dark Sun G. I'd love to look in, how many games we've actually lost with him starting the game, right? I'm sure a few or a couple, but we're a much better team.
We've only won one of the 5 games he's missed this season.
Yeah, we've been a far different team without him. So, Dark Sun G, I think he is our star man. Definitely our winning charm, not even a good luck charm, just our winning charm, like you say there. He's the guy that gives us more of a guarantee, more of that confidence of being able to win the game. Big up to you, Dark Sun G. Completely agree. And Sarr, if it weren't for Vicario, I'd say Sarr and Pedro Porro maybe to a degree as well, but Sarr and Vicario and these guys have easily been probably the best players of this season so far for me. I think they're pretty much up there as the most consistent of this season. Vandal Ross, member for 5 months. Flat Cap member as well, says, thanks for the coverage, lads. Brilliant as always. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you for the support for the 5 months as well, Vandal Ross. Really do appreciate that. And always, I think Dave and I, we enjoy these match day festivities. We'd like to win, more, we love to win every game, and it's nice to get over the line this time because with this type of coverage, you do kind of find yourself just all over the place. Like in a moment, you think that Spurs are kind of not at their best in the dumps, and then the next moment you think we're flying high. It's hard to maintain any sort of levels of balance. Like reacting in front of all of you guys is not easy all the time, and we appreciate you guys for picking us. We appreciate you guys for supporting this channel. Thank you, Vandal.
Yeah, no, it means a lot. I mean, today's numbers have been absolutely incredible. So thank you, everybody, for giving up your time to choose us to tune into. It really does mean a lot. And look, we're just like any one of you guys. I'm sure we react the same way you guys do at home, So appreciate that people do enjoy it, though. It means a lot.
And then Adrian Chia saying Spurs is the only team in the EPL to score in every single game. You'd think that would have been Brighton, but they've actually had a few 0-0s like this season. Dave, I mean, is that correct, right? That Spurs, every Premier League game, Spurs have found a way to score? I'd like to think so.
I'm just having a look through here. I don't think there's many
I
games where
wouldn't
we
doubt
jumped right
Adrian.
this season.
Normally would never doubt
Even
Adrian.
Chelsea, when we played tonight, men, we scored.
Well, we scored
I think
first.
he's correct. I think he's correct.
A lot of the games that maybe we ended up losing, right? We probably scored first, funny enough. And Adrian, this team, I mean, we know we're going to get goals at some stage. It's
I
just,
think Man City FA Cup is the only game we haven't scored in, Jack, yeah?
yeah, I think some of the cup games maybe we haven't been as clinical, but Adrian Chia, that's a great record to have. Shows that Spurs are reliable to score, and just like to grab a few more, right, in games. Just be nice to give a team a real, like, a real walloping, a real, like, 4 or 5-0 sort of kind of game. We haven't had one of those in a while, but certainly happy with us scoring every game. And as well, with kind of the days of Nuno, kind of other times, where Spurs really did struggle to even get close to even getting a shot on goal, it is a nice, world to be in, where now we can say that we can score almost every game in comparison. Big up, Adrian Chia. Appreciate you.
And you know what the good thing is about that? I still think we could be so much more potent. That's the thing. I think we could be so much more potent, so much more creative. And when we do get to that stage, boy, are we going to be hard to handle.
And then Adrian Chia, interesting point that he brings up. He's saying, if we tolerated Richarlison, then why so harsh on Brennan Johnson?
There's a number of reasons why. First of all, even when things weren't going Richarlison's way, what's the one thing he done out of possession, even though things weren't going his way in possession? He worked like an absolute dog. And that's one thing no one has ever been able to aim at Richarlison's door. With Brennan Johnson, it gets aimed at him every single game about how lazy he is, especially out of possession and stuff like that. Also, with Richarlison, he was still looking to get involved in all of the play. He was still dropping in to be able to receive the ball. He was still trying to get on the ball. Brennan Johnson does not do that. And for me, that there's big, massive differences there. Also, with Richie, I believed that the injury was affecting him. I believed that the things going on behind the scenes were affecting him. He put them right, and look what he's gone on to do. With Brennan Johnson, I think there's so much more missing that was likeable about Richarlison, even though he wasn't going well, than there is compared to Brennan Johnson, to be brutally honest. If he didn't score them two tap-ins the last couple of games, we wouldn't even be sitting here talking about this sort of discussion. He scored today, but he didn't do well. But the reason why I tolerated Richie is because I've seen so much more in the guy, and he gave me, even when things weren't going right, than what Brennan Johnson does.
It's a good talking point for the future, I would say, Adrian Chia, for sure. And I'll look to try to phrase it in the way that you have done, because I think it is a good talking point. Definitely perked my interest the way that you phrased it there. I agree with mostly what Dave says, but I think nonetheless there would be definitely some different opinions about that, the way that you framed it there.
And the thing is as well, I'm not writing Brennan Johnson off, and I don't want people to get me misconstrued in that way. But there is so much more Brennan Johnson needs to add to his game to be able to break into this first 11. And I don't think it's a bad thing to highlight it. I don't think I go over the top with Brennan Johnson whatsoever. I sit there when he does things well, I praise him. When he's not doing things well, I don't. It's the same with Richarlison. I had my frustrations with Richarlison today. It's not like I excuse him of all praise. I criticised him for not scoring that opportunity that he had and a couple of other little things about his passing and stuff. But the reality is, Richarlison has always been clued in, even when things aren't going well so for him on the ball. What excuses does Brennan Johnson have? He's not injured. He hasn't got anything going on behind the scenes that he's come out and spoke about. So what excuses does he have? I don't hate the guy. I just let down by him. I think he could be, with all the raw attributes he has, he could be so much more better, and that's my issue.
Johnson, third kid society. Seems like
and it's
Adrian.
the same it's what everyone was like with Richarlison when he wasn't performing. So I'm not going to sit here and if you go back and listen to stuff I had to say on Richarlison, I criticised him when he wasn't doing well. And I'm going to do the same with Brennan Johnson. I'm fair in that regard, I think.
Big up, Adrian Gia. Third Kid Society, I think you're about to be starting another one by the looks of things, sir. Dark Sun G says, the two players who left for a month won us this game. This shows how unlucky we are with the timing of the AFCON and the Asian Cup. extra time win has been a while. It's been a while since an extra time win, Dark Sun G, I guess, is saying for us. Interesting. I'm not, as always, like my mind draws a blank anytime you bring up these stats, sort of Dark Sun G. You're so much quicker than I am about it, and I'm usually pretty bad at trying to remember, the last time, when these sort of things get brought up. So I bet you're much better at it. When it comes to the AFCON and the Asian Cup, like I think they're very prestigious and very respectable tournaments, right? So it's just whenever they're going to happen, they're going to happen. It's just a bit unfortunate that maybe football doesn't take more of a break or something like that during that period. Like perhaps there could be fewer games or something like that in recognition of those tournaments, but I'm not sure. Like it was just inevitable. Spurs were always going to then be hurt by the players missed. It's just that we've been more reliant on, I think we always knew we were really reliant on Sonny, but we were more reliant on Pop Matasar than we probably realized going into kind of this season. I think we all loved Pop Matasar going into this season, especially yourself, Dave, and I, one of Paratici's real gems. But I didn't think he was going to have this great of a season where he would be that much of a miss if he were to go out for AFCON. I think even the beginning of the season, we probably thought it'd be more Basuma that we'd be missing more going into these games than actually Pop Matasar. And Basuma, we certainly were missing in some of these games, but more so actually Pop Matasar. And then, of course, Sonny, like, it's just the most obvious one. He's the best player in our team. But yeah, Dark Sunji, it just showed, like, the guys who came on in this game, who had great games, Basuma, and also as well, Sonny, we have been missing for a while now from the tournaments.
Look, it's frustrating that they have these tournaments, but at the end of the day, I can understand why they're at the time they are and stuff like that. It's trying to look out for players' welfare, even though it's not ideal that it's through the season. But this is where, hopefully we learn a lesson now. If we've got, a lot of players that will be heading off to these tournaments in future, that's where you got to make sure your squad is absolutely tight going forward. This time around, we've done what we could over the last couple of windows. The club couldn't do much more. But unfortunately, what we couldn't do, I'd argue, in terms of outs and ins, the rest of the players that need to be sorted out have probably come back to affect us a little bit this year. Hopefully, going forward, once we've had more times and more transfer windows, you won't see such a drop-off. Look, it's just unfortunate he came this season, and his first season. And look, that's why he deserves a lot of credit. He's had a lot to do with this season. Not only has he had all the injuries and, to pick the squad up from where they were, pick the club up from where they were, the fan base as well. But then to throw in, 2 international tournaments between it and losing his best players, he deserves a lot of credit of how he's handled it. Other managers just fly off the wall. He didn't do that. He's remained calm. He's remained composed in the way he's handled it. Credit to him. It's just unfortunate because if they didn't have these competitions, I still think we'd be in the title race.
Yeah, and just handled himself very well despite missing his two very reliable players and Sonny Sarr and also Basuma, who made a really great impact today. Dark Sun G indeed. And then Alaskan Hotspur, member for 2 months as a Flat Cap member, says, credit to my Navy Flat Cap for the win. Bet you're like Dave, or you got a host of Flat Caps to pick from. Just saw P-Dubs the other night, too, the Alaskan Hotspur. He had a nice Flat Cap on as well. Looked nice and crisp, pressed. Looked like it sort of kept the shape and the mold, like didn't get bent or anything like that. Looks like he keeps it in fine condition, as I imagine you keep your Flat Caps. Also, this time of year, you might need a bit of a warmer Flat Cap, I'd assume, the Alaskan Hotspur. So if you got one that maybe has a bit of some padding to it or a nice bit of fur to it or something like that, some type of good stitching, because definitely a bit warmer time of year. You need a warmer Flat Cap than usual. Big up to the Alaskan Hotspur. Also, just looks good with a football kit most of the time, I think, the Flat Caps do. Dark Sun G says, and also really appreciate your support for the 2 months in the service. Dark Sun G says, Korea plus Spurs. This was the 10th game, the 10th nail biter game. So maybe over the Asian Cup, right? Korea did not look all that convincing, and a lot of their games were a lot closer than maybe you expected or needed them to be, Dark Sun G. And then also this game too, perhaps, just constant last-minute goals, constant last-minute nail-biters. Sorry to hear that, Dark Sunji. I mean, Dave, it's not easy for the heartstrings, is it? Never easy.
No, it's not. And, with how invested Dark Sunji is into his national team, I get it. I'm like that with Ireland. And it's sort of a rarity nowadays because a lot of people are falling out of love with international football. But when you're in love with it just as much as you are with club football, Dark Sunji, it ain't good for the ticker. I can tell you that, my man. I'm with you on that. That's why I just want to start doing things a bit more easier, my man. Because Ireland give me enough headache, let alone Tottenham.
Pick up Dark said, G. Appreciate you and appreciate you sticking through some of these games, my man. It's never easy to go through these games for sure. I imagine with Korea it wasn't, and with the Spurs it's not been any easier. Dell support, really appreciate your support, my friend. And he says, didn't manage to see the game today, but I did put a bet on and won. Stuck a tenner on a 14-1 odds bet and thought no better place to share the winnings with than you two. Love the channel.
Jeez.
We never stop. Dell support, that's really, really kind, because the moment ever I get a winner on the bets, I'm thinking, a nice bit of halal chicken, getting the beers out, maybe have a nice little meal with the missus, no cooking tonight, let's get a pizza sort of thing. Appreciate you, Dell support. Very, very kind, my friend. Very, very kind. Dave, 14-1 odds. I mean, be nice to land one of those every now and again.
14-1 odds, a tenner on it. Not a bad return, Del support. Look, I know it's not a good thing or anything, but we do like a sneaky bet over here, and Jack's not too bad at it himself, to be fair, But Del support, nice to see you got a win out of it, You're doubling up on that, right? You got the 3 points and you've got a bit of dollars in the back pocket. Big yourself up, my man. Very well picked. Maybe you're one who needs to come back to us, next week before the game and let us know what you're picking.
Give us some advice next time, Dell support. Really, thank you as well for sharing.
Keep it to yourself.
Thank you as well. Thank you for the generosity. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for appreciating and supporting the channel as well. We never stop, just like you say there. We keep pushing on. And the power of Ange. Let's keep pushing through this season. Really appreciate you, Dell support. Thank you as always.
Really appreciate the kind words as well. It's sometimes with this YouTube game and stuff like that, your confidence can take a hit and all that sort of jazz, at various times throughout and all. So it's nice to hear the good things. Thank you very much, my man. I appreciate it, brother.
Thanks for even coming to visit us as well, after winning. Very nice of you. Very nice of you, Dell support. Appreciate you. Simon Kerwood, absolutely huge here from Simon. He's gifted out 10 memberships. 10 memberships, Simon. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, sir. Really, really, really generous. Fifth
I have the names here.
Elemento.
Do you want them?
Fifth Elemento given one. Lee B has been given one. Kim A.D. Helgeson has been given one. Lee Nary, big up to you, Lee Nary, been given one. The one and only Pedro Porro fan, Cockeyed Steve, Cockeyed TV, has been gifted a membership. Naranjan Pandit has been gifted a membership. Wasim Aslam, Gary Ross, and Immortal Worm as well, all gifted memberships. And Quincy B gifted one as well. Really generous from you, Simon. Really generous. And also as well, he's thrown in another super chat. He says, the title race is real. Watch this space. Simon, have you been, let me guess, you've been really hedging your bets, I'd assume, on Spurs needing to win this game, probably for that title race to be in any way taken seriously. But I love this sort of energy, my friend. You're feeling with the team starting to come back, players coming back from injury, that Spurs, you can't rule them out. Even Ange, right? He said that the supercomputer still thinks there's a chance that Spurs could win the title. We have 0.1% chance. Wonder if it's improved at all since then, Simon Kerwood. And also maybe since your confidence, it's probably improved. Big up to you, my man. Really generous. Wow, blown away.
Yeah, look, first of all, really appreciate that, Simon Carwood. Really, really do appreciate that, my man. It really does mean a lot. And, it'll go a long way to helping us improve going in the future and stuff like that. So everybody really appreciate that today. Simon Carwood, do you know what it is, right? I still can't let it go. I still sit there, and I wonder is there many people like me in the chat that maybe don't want to expose themselves, but I still sit there at times, right, Jacko and Simon? I have thoughts, and I'm like, I'm looking at European football. If other teams can sleep, there's not that much. We're only still a couple of points off and stuff like that. And it's like, could we? With the fact that we've got no Europe on the run in, no FA Cup, we've only got the league to concentrate on. Should be fresh going into every single game now. Now that everyone's back from international competitions and everything else. And I just often found myself sitting there. Could this be the year? Are we going just incognito right now? And all of a sudden, 10 games to go, you're looking at, holy shit, Tottenham's here. I'd absolutely love that. But look, for now, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to still be in the top 4 race. We win these next 2 home games, and if results go our way, could be having a different conversation by the end of the month, my man. And I hope we are. I really do hope we are, because we are way above my expectations coming into this season, way above it. But I still have dreams. I still have thoughts every now and again, Simon, that creeps in. Can we do it?
Feels like
But maybe that's just Spurs fan in me.
Simon, if I'm wondering if also in any way maybe you're with Dermatron at the moment, let us know if you're at the game, because I feel like if you and Dermot were together, you guys would be absolutely off the walls with each other, because I know Dermot probably after a win like that is also feeling something similar. The Spurs could go on a huge run here, but really appreciate it, Simon. Absolute legend. Thank you for the support. Really, really generous of you as well to gift out so many different memberships to so many people out there that were listening along. And hopefully they take advantage of it. Feel free to come on the fan shows, whoever it was. And also, too, everybody, really appreciate, just watching along. And sometimes you might get gifted a membership by lovely people like Simon here. Big up to Simon. Really appreciate it, my man.
No, absolutely. Really, really appreciate that, Simon. Top man. Top man. But look, do you know what? I like to think, why can't we all as fans have that sneaky thought about a title race and stuff like that? I don't ever want to kill that off
Definitely
in anyone's
got a dream.
sort of dream. So hopefully we can
Definitely got a
come
dream
back
as a Spurs
come
fan.
back in 2 or 3 weeks, Simon, and hopefully we'll be having more of this conversation, my man. And then we also have a super chat here from
Dave
Davey
H.
H 1960. I think that's just me, about 30 years older, Jack. With the 1960, I was born in 91, so 30 years older, 29 years older than me. And I think there's a comment just underneath, my man, where he says, "Big up Dave and Jack, happy old lucky me." He's absolutely buzzing.
Good man. Good man. Good man, Dave H. Good to see that a member of the, I think, is he another Dave Harris? That would be nice if there's more than one Dave
I
Harris.
don't know. I'm waiting for him to expose his last name. I've asked him a few times and he hasn't quite given me the answer.
But he's a member of the Dave Army at least, which is a strong army indeed. Appreciate the support. Thanks for being a part of the watch along and joining us. And it's been definitely a lucky performance and a lucky sort of a win, should I say. Not as much of a performance. I think we had to grind that out, I guess. We didn't really play all that well. But got the win and we're able to get the 3 points, and we'll push on from here, and maybe a bit of luck will come our way in the future. But big up to you, and appreciate you, Dave H. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, I really do appreciate it, my man. Top man. Top man. Oh,
Well, Lazy
Yeah, I
Eight
think-
even maybe wrapping things up here, saying also I realized that we didn't concede a dodgy set piece today, so that's also something. Indeed, I think Lazy Eight, a bit of improvement anywhere. We have to look for improvement somewhere, and in that case, definitely found some. Big up to you. But
And it was
appreciate
good.
everybody for tuning in today for the watch along. So many have tuned in today, so we really do appreciate it. Smash the like button for us if you can too, everybody on your way out. But yeah, Dave, any final words?
I was just going to say off the back of you and Nick there, it was good to see that we put a player between Vicario and the opposition player as well, to free up Vicario to be able to come off the line if he needed. It looks like we are taking lessons in that regard, which is good. But look, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to end off the watch along, and then your boys are going to go straight off and record Twitter reacts to put out for you guys to have a good look, in and around the, tomorrow, stuff about the game, video clips that maybe we don't get to see during the game and stuff like that, all that good stuff. If there is anything you've come across that you do want us to react to, at Jack Kanicki on Twitter, and we'll include as much as we can. But as always, we don't stop here. We keep going. We're going to do more content to have out for you guys tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But look, the best teams, they don't play well every week. But what they do is when they don't play well, you get the win. 3 points has changed my mood this week. Come on, you Spurs. In the mighty hands we trust. We never stop. By the way, Jack, absolutely bloody love doing these watch-alongs with you, my man.
Great watch along today as always. Glad to get a win. Come on, you Spurs. Thanks to everybody as well for supporting the channel, especially Simon there at the end there. Very, very generous. Very generous. Dell support too. Dark Sun G, Al Ben, Stevie D. Really appreciate all of you. Jerome as well. Adrian Chia, Vandal Ross. So many of you guys. Dan Coy, Shawnee Maddox, James Coffey. Really do appreciate all of you guys. And the support goes a very long way. And we hope to see you for the next game, everybody. Let's bring on the Wolves, more revenge, the revenge tour. I think like George Hill said in the beginning of the show, the revenge tour continues. But we'll see you for the next watch along, everybody. Come on, you Spurs. In the big Ange we trust. We never stop. See you, everybody.
We never stop.